Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to West Sound TV Presents the third installment of the 2006 Kitsap Destruction Derby Association Metal Mayhem season.
This program is made possible in part by contributions from the following. Racecom Electronics, providing communications equipment to military, government, corporate, and special events for over 2 decades. Racecom Electronics, communications on a budget. Ed Rowan's Paulsbo Junction Allstate, meeting the insurance needs of Kitsap County residents for over 20 years. Ed Rowan's Paulsbo Junction Allstate. You're in good hands with Allstate. Crazy Eric's, drive-through style dining for the whole family, located at the Fairgrounds, Belfair, and Navy Yard City. Nostalgic food, family fun, Crazy Eric's. Kitsap Destruction Derby Association. For over 35 years, KDDA has provided family fun and extreme entertainment for thousands of thrilled spectators. KDDA is proud to support West Sound TV's Metal Mayhem 2006. For more information about Destruction Derby and KDDA, go to kitsapdestructionderby.com.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're in for a treat tonight. We have our first 4 dash races for the time trial winners. 1 through 12 in each class. We'll have rollover. The special event tonight's going to be a team race where up to 3 cars can race as a team, where only one of the cars has to cross the finish line in order to win the race. After that, we'll have a series of 12 figure 8 and oval dash races, and then we'll roll into 2 full impact destruction derbies. First the mini car, then the big car. My partner in the booth up here is Rich Penny. We have Michael Mathis, Patricia Ann, Kitty Campagna on camera. We have Tony Taylor and Glenn Howe spotting for us tonight. We've got Danette, my wife, Danette Woolard, taking still photography for us. Jeb Fagan running around doing all the little dirty jobs. Garrett's directing, and Doc's helping out engineering tonight, setting all this up and doing audio for us. And Rich, what do we look for tonight?
Well, Brent, the biggest news is in minicar, where Mike Lester is dominating the field. Lester has a commanding 22-point lead going into tonight's event, and he looks to broaden his lead. What you really want to look for, though, as well, is a lot of these other drivers sitting down talking to him are saying, hey, we're aiming for him. Because the only way they're going to be able to close enough points to win at the end of the season is obviously by nailing him and keeping him out of a race and finishing it all.
And Mike Lester, what's he, 35 points in second place is 15 or something like that?
Like I said, 22-point lead. He's got 35, and you can kind of do the math on that when the next guy's down at 13. So, talking to him earlier, his biggest success is because he's driving a car that's front-wheel drive. And I think tonight, with the track conditions as they sit, relatively muddy, you're going into the treacherous turn 4 as always. You're going to see his car do real well.
Before we bring the cars out for the first race of the night, let's take a pause here for this message from West Sound Community Television.
West Sound Community Television is a nonprofit organization, and we have several openings for new volunteers. If you have interest or experience in grant writing, marketing, web design, computer animation and new media, or video production and editing, we want to hear from you. Volunteering with West Sound TV is a great way to hone your skills, contribute to the community, and bolster your portfolio or resume. If you are interested in joining the West Sound TV team, go to www.westsoundtv.org or give us a call at 360-698-3195 to find out how you can join our team. Thanks.
And the cars are coming out for the first race of the night, the Big Car A-Dash. That's the top 6 from time trials. They'll be duking it out for a $35 check and one of them killer KDDA trophies, Rich.
Well, you got it, Brent. They are lined up. But tonight in Big Car, look for Pat Duncan and Dale Avery Jr. to try to close the gap on our points leader, Clayton Corey. Clayton's coming into tonight's event with 21 points, and the other two are trailing and both tied at 17, so I think we're going to see some action here tonight.
And again, ladies and gentlemen, you get 2 points for victory, 1 point for completing one lap of a race. So the winner walks away with 3 points, and as Rich pointed out, Clayton the Rooster Corey leading the field with 21. Pat Duncan, Dale Avery Jr. at 17 apiece, and the cars are coming around on the pace lap. Kelsey Grammer's got his green flag in the air. We are underway for the first race of the night. Paul Nunez, the business manager for the KDDA, takes a commanding lead as he's coming around turn 3. And watch out here in front of us at turn 4. Right there, how muddy that is. It'll really slow the guys down tonight.
We've got the 40 car turned around now, and here comes the 110. Rich Burrow's turning around there too. Coming out of turn 2, though, it is Paul Nunez with a commanding lead.
Paul Nunez being challenged by the 78 car of Jeremy Steele.
Oh, look at Paul is stuck on the tires right here, and Jeremy Steele is going to use that to his advantage and get right back into turn 1.
Jeremy Steele, wife of Bria Steele, the treasurer of the Kitsap Destruction Derby Association. Strike that, she's the secretary. Christina Payne, the treasurer. And now, it looks like the 030 car right there, Travis Kowalski, has taken the lead. I could be wrong. Here comes Steele.
And still makes a little contact there with Rick the Flip Duncan.
2 laps to go for Jeremy Steele here in this first race of the night.
And you can see that tire was moved there coming out of turn 2.
Jeremy Steele right there. Turn 3, now
we got
turn
some
4.
smoke down here at the bottom of turn 4 coming on. Oh, and look at Jeremy Steele's car.
He is
the white flag.
He is hemorrhaging coolant, something fierce. Smells like somebody lit a tire on fire, Rich.
Well, he's struggling to see through that, but it looks like he's going to make it.
Steele about a quarter lap away here from the first trophy of the night. Checkered flag, Jeremy Steele in the 78 car. Congratulations, the 28-year-old in his second season out of Seebeck. Sponsored by Kitsap Vinyl Deck and Rail, Durban Resource and Excavation, Durban Blacksmith, Bruce Recycling, Navy City Metal, and Bremerton Transmission. Congratulations, Jeremy Steele. He'll pick up 3 points for his season total so far.
Well, Brent, scary as it may seem, Jeremy is tied, and I don't know if I can count that. Yep, okay, he's a 4-way tie in 8th coming into tonight's event. So that's definitely going to help him kind of crawl out of that spot.
And also help him crawl out of that window as he's cutting through the... And Rich, look at the mud on the wall here. As that is what our cameraman Michael Mathis and flagman Kelsey Payne have to deal with tonight, because turn 4, which is the area right below us, is bad.
All right, and here comes the trophy truck out. And this, well, I don't know if you can say it's a truck. This is the rock crawler driven by Jeff Butterfield.
Congratulations to Mr. Steele, $35 check, a trophy, a hug. And as soon as we get a message from one of the underwriters for today's program, we will come back with the minicar A-Dash. The cars are lined up for the minicar A-Dash. We have 35, Steve Morgan, 33, Scott Carter, 59, Tony Timlick, the 2-car Richard Sharp, 63 Mike Lester, and 161 Owen Lewis.
Okay, Brent, I'm telling you right now, the car to watch tonight, I believe, is going to be the 35 car of Steve Morgan. Steve was driving this car on the road on Wednesday.
Uh-oh. Okay, here we go. Cars coming around on the pace lap. We'll see if Kelsey shows any mini car bias. Nope, we are underway here for the first mini car race of the night.
All righty, and you can see right off the bat, Mike Lester in that 63 car is taking it to him, going into turn 1.
Again, no surprise to see Mike Lester out front.
Well, and you say that, and you look who's working his way. He's already passed 2 cars coming in. It's Steve Morgan in the 35, and he's making his way up to the front right now as he pushes the 59 car aside, and he is headed in for the kill on Mike Lester.
Steve Morgan is on his tail. Mike Lester, though, out of 14 possible mini car races this season, 14 possible, he has won 5.
Well, you can color him done on this one, Brent. Unless something drastic happens, Steve Morgan is taking the lead and looks like he's just going to run away with it.
Steve Morgan, the vice president of the KDDA this season. Mike Lester, I was looking at it, and the viewers, you saw that in the back of his screen, raising his hands as if to give some sort of a what gives kind of a protest.
Well, there's not much these other guys are going to do.
Skull and crossbones, baby.
Yeah, he's pretty much there. Steve Morgan's driving, I believe it's an 89 Honda Prelude, and the key to this one is it's a front-wheel drive car. It's the only other front-wheel drive car, I believe, here with the exception of Mike Lester's.
1.5 laps to go for Mr. Morgan. The white flag is out. 1 lap to go. Steve Morgan will add another victory to this season's total. Steve Morgan actually only has 1 other victory, so this will be a welcome addition to his trophy case here tonight as he will win the race. A $35 check, a hug from our trophy girl, and one of them really neato Kitsap Destruction Derby trophies.
Oh, yeah, where do I get that?
Any trophy shop, just have them put KDDA. Oh, look at him doing the reverse. What do they call that?
That's called a donut, Brent.
The reverse donut.
Yes.
I guess that's the donut with front-wheel drive vehicle, huh?
I guess that's how you do it.
Trophy girl coming out should be Susan Truax. And we'll see what car they're going to come out. There's 3 trophy cars tonight. A beautiful 2005 GMC Sierra. A 98 Dodge Ram 4x4. And, of course, you saw the rock crawler back there on the first race. And here
Looks
comes...
like we got the 2005 GMC Sierra. That's a nice-looking truck. I think we can grab the keys to that and get out of here.
I have a Chevy Silverado, but it would need a stepladder to get up that high.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. That's a nice-looking truck.
And it is, in fact, Susan Truax. Congratulations, KDDA Vice President Steve Morgan, in his 15th season out of Olalla. Let's take a moment here to thank Crazy Eric's for the gut bombs they gave us this afternoon, and then we'll be back with the big car B-Dash. They've cleaned up the wreckage from the big car A-Dash, and we will give you the lineups here as Team Duncan enjoys the front row there. That's Steve Sven Melseth in the 42, Eric Nielsen's in the 43, 84 Michael Harden, 189 Rob Gilmore, 75 Dave Needham, and 29-year rollover champion currently, Jim Gregerson. The cars are on their pace lap as they go around turn 4. We hear the engines rev. Kelsey Payne waving that green flag, and we are underway for the Big Car B-Dash here. 10th of June, Saturday, KDDA Metal Man Season 3rd race of the night.
Okay, Brent, coming out of turn 2. You got some struggling here between the 42 and the 43 car. We're getting down to some good racing here.
Sven Melson takes a commanding lead. He's in that station wagon, the 42 car that you see there over on turn 2. A lot of space between him and second place, Rich.
Then running in second place right now is the 29 car of Jim Gregerson,
who incidentally will be a free man 3 days after this airs on television.
There you go, and look out now. The 42 car is kind of getting stuck in the middle, and Gregerson's coming up, getting ready to pass.
Gregerson takes the lead. For some reason, Sven's station wagon bit the dust. The family truckster is now just reduced to a roadblock as Jim Gregerson, the 10-year driver out of Belfair, takes a lead, and 75 Dave Needham hot on his trail.
Yeah, Needham is hot on his trail, and I tell you, it looks like right now he's got him. It looks like Gregerson got turned around here in the corner coming through turn 2, and Needham has now taken the lead.
The 75 car of Dave Needham is your leader. 2 laps to go here in the Big Car B-Dash.
Well, Needham in his second year out of Silverdale is about to wake up to a sad reality if he doesn't get on it, because Jim Gregerson is quickly approaching.
Without a rollover ramp over there, Rich, I'm not sure Gregerson's got enough to catch up.
Now, this is what we're going to find out right here coming through out of turn 4 on this last lap, because that's where he caught him up.
Ladies and gentlemen, the cars are really getting bogged down in the mud here in front of us in turn 4.
We now have a little bit of smoke coming out of Needham's car, but I think he's going to be good enough. He's probably a little...
He's 100 feet away from victory, Rich.
Well, narrow that margin, because here comes the checkered flag, Brent. He's there.
Dave Needham wins the race here. Our Big Car B-Dash. Congratulations goes out to David Needham in his second season out of Silverdale. He'll get a $30 check, a trophy, and a hug. And he's sponsored by Earth Movers Service Limited, Gilmore Automotive, Pro Lawn Care, and Coram Dio Church. While we got him in here waiting for the trophy, girls, I'd like to thank the people that made it possible tonight. Besides the staff that we've already introduced and we'll check back in a little bit later. Fans, if you like the music you're hearing during today's program and would like some assistance with a project of your own, Tom McGraw of Q Sound Studios can be reached at 275-2070. Racecom Electronics. The communications equipment we're using tonight has been provided by Jack Bailey of Racecom Electronics. Jack can be reached at 692-6979 for all of your wireless communication needs. Paul's Carpet and Upholstery Cleaning and Water Removal. Serving the Kitsap Peninsula for 30 years. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, this is our 30-year anniversary. This locally owned company has been privileged to help underwrite programming at the West Sound TV for 10 years. So it's their 30-year business anniversary and their 10-year West Sound anniversary. Congratulations on West Sound Community Television's 10th anniversary partnering with Paul's.
West Sound Community Television is a 501c3 nonprofit, community-based organization of local media professionals and other volunteers whose mission is to produce, promote, and develop local community television programming and public access to electronic communications media.
Coming right on out here, we've got the Mini B-Dash.
Dave Needham has gotten his trophy, had the wife come out there and take some photos of him. The big cars or mini cars are coming out for the B-Dash. And in the front there we have the 111 car of Bill Power, 198 Matt Knowlton, 85 Kurt Bratcher, currently your second place mini car driver. The 2 car, Corey Tucker. The 2 is Richard Sharp. We actually have two cars tonight.
All of this
the 4 car, Frank the Tank Butler, and 72 Chris the Blur Rowland. Cars are coming around turn 4, and we are underway here for the mini car B-Dash.
Brent, look for Kurt Fubar Bratcher to really get something going here on this one.
Fubar, huh, Rich?
Well, I asked him what his nickname was, and that was the first thing that came out of his mouth.
You know, I tell you, he's sporting a new car tonight, Rich. If we could get a shot of that 85 car right there. If you remember, fans, he was driving the car that was painted like a B, and he kept losing wheels, so he got a new car. He's getting that new car bonus tonight and the new car smell. And him and Bill Power are locked in a death struggle here for first place in this B-Dash mini car. The 72 car, Chris Rowland there, is dead in the water.
We got some smoke billowing out. It looks like he blew a radiator cap right off, too. We saw something fly out of the top of that, through the hood. And he's now got some smoke billowing out there on the 85 car. Talking to the guys in the pits, they refer to Kurt as the Mullet Man.
The Mullet Man.
Yeah, I'm not sure what that's all about.
I believe Kurt is sporting a mullet. 3 laps to go, ladies and gentlemen. 3 laps. Kurt Bratcher is your leader, followed by Bill Power closely in that 111 car, which also is a new car. If you remember the last time we saw Bill Power, he was driving a little pickup truck.
Yeah, well, we've seen how well those little pickup trucks do or do not do. And look, he's gotten stuck right here in the corner.
We got the race. It's on, boy. It's on.
Going into turn 1.
Bill Power has taken the lead from Kurt Bratcher. 2 laps to go. Their next pass in front of the flagman, Kelsey Payne, will be the white flag. This is going to be an interesting finish.
Well, I'll tell you what, Kurt is laying on it here, trying to get through this corner. And you wonder why they're struggling. You can see it right there on camera. You got to get by the 198 car.
And that mud swamp. Bratcher is DOA. Bill Power, congratulations. Half lap, you're in there, buddy. In his second season, the 45-year-old driver out of Port Orchard wins the first I guess it's not the first, it's the only minicar B-Dash. Congratulations goes out to Bill Power. And the way that they line the cars up, and look at that 198 car. Look at that mud pit that he is stuck in. He's trying to get out of there. And the way they line the cars up, ladies and gentlemen, is you would think the best time would get the pole position, but that's not the way it works. The best time actually starts in the worst position for these dashes. So even though Bill Power started the pole, he was the 12th and final racer to get into the Dash Series.
Well, and you kind of got to wonder, Brent, if that maybe wasn't a strategy with the way the track's set up today. Pretty boggy, pretty messy early, and he just came out and his little wander around the track, kind of get a feel, and then let it roll.
That's a good point, Rich, and I think they're going to have to find out where the good traction spots are and try to take the best route through this corner. It will be a factor all evening. Bill Power, again, in his second season out of Port Orchard, country style cut and curl, Cole's Classic, Lewis McMahon, and also I'd like to say that Bill Power's son is over in Iraq serving his country. He was wounded several months back, got a little shrapnel in his thigh, recovered quickly. Bill said he was bored to tears riding a desk, got back in action, and just yesterday Bill was called by his son to be informed that one of his son's closest friends over there went out on patrol and did not come back. So certainly our hearts go out to the Power family.
Yeah, Brent, we had Bill on 2 weeks ago when we were filming, and he threw that out at us right as we were getting ready to roll back to a race, and that was just something we had to get back to and find out the full skinny on that with Bill. And I guess the way it sounds, though, Will is going to be home in September.
Yes, he will be home in September, and again, good luck. Of course, our hopes and prayers go to the Power family. Boy, he got a trophy, flowers, and a check, Rich. That's a little odd.
I'm hoping this isn't like a Brokeback D-Derby moment.
Hey, whoa, now. No, there was a woman that gave him the flowers. Okay, we are going to take a short break here, say thanks to one of the underwriters, and then we'll be right back for the rollover competition.
Racecom Electronics, providing communications equipment to military, government, corporate, and special events for over 2 decades. Racecom Electronics, communications on a budget.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, they snuck one in on us. The 24 car of KC Straight shot his first rollover from outside of the gate, and we were caught napping a little bit there as he did his first roll. He got 5 points for a complete 360, and he's going outside there for another shot at it. The rules are simple in rollover. For every quadrant or driver rolls, he or she will receive 1 point, with a bonus point for every full rotation. In other words, if you simply roll over on the roof of the car, that is worth 2 points. Rolling all the way back over onto the wheels will get you 5, 1 per quadrant with a 360-degree bonus. We'll show an instructional video after this second run by KC Straight. Oh, a nice shot there. He'll get 3 points. He was in the air sideways. An exciting look. Okay, let's take a look at the video we've created at the West Sound TV Demolition Derby Laboratories. And this footage was taken by Jim Gregerson after that great roll he had in the beginning of the season. And there's Gregerson with another 720. The crowd loves it.
Jim Gregerson is setting standards the others only wish they could follow right now. They did a little check on Gregerson, and he's okay. He's saying, all right, let's get at it. Let's do it again.
They're trying a sneaky trick on us, ladies and gentlemen. They're not lining all the rollover cars up onto the track like they usually do. They are lined up outside of the gate so they can get as fast a run as they can at the ramp. And so we never know when they're coming until we hear the zzz of the mini cars running out, and here it comes.
Yeah, as soon as that squirrel gets going on the cage under the hood of those cars, that's about what you're going to hear.
Exactly.
Brent, I think the reason they're doing that, though, is probably due to tonight's conditions of the track. You know, they're really wet. And, you know, where they usually go down in turn 2, there's a lot of water piled up down there. So these guys are probably going to need to come from outside to get that going, get enough speed.
You're absolutely right, Rich. When they do this, and they've done it before, is under muddy conditions where they really need a good lineup to run it. And here comes Gregerson for his second run. He's got some good speed. Oh, and he misses his angle slightly, does a 360, comes away with 5 points on that one. That'll give him a total of 15 to pad his lead here for season rollover. And so tonight he'll get a $100 check, I believe, for winning rollover, a trophy, and the points will go towards the season-ending championship.
Well, let's don't get too excited yet, Brent. We still got a couple more guys left to go.
We do, but Gregerson is really accumulating a phenomenal rollover score.
Oh, he is. Well, I think we have 15. He's got to pass 15 tonight for someone to win, right?
Yeah.
Here we go. Here comes Paul Nunez right now in his newly christened 110 car.
Is that Nunez? No, yeah, Paul Nunez. And Paul, he gets 2 points there for that uncomfortable seating position 180 flip. And he got more of a giggle and a laugh from the audience than he did applause.
Yeah, Brent, I mean, there's people that are walking backwards faster than that car approached the ramp. That was pretty depressing.
Looks like he's got something rubbing there underneath the hood, some flames shooting out of his ignition system, maybe a small stack fire. I'm not sure.
Well, whatever the case is, that's a new car. It's taken him this long. You know, 3 races into the season, he's finally got this car ready, and it looks like it's already done.
Yep, he's just been declared deceased, his car anyway. They'll get her out of the way here, and I believe we have Steve Harrison, the 36, yet to roll over. And Steve, I believe, is in second place in rollover standing. He did win last week, or the last race, which was 2 weeks ago, in that very, very muddy weather. He got a trophy for that. So here he comes. We won't know when he's coming until we see him.
That's going to wrap that one up. I think we've got one more driver.
And
Here comes now. Sorry, Rich.
And this is Steve Harris, the car number 36.
Those are some gorgeous shots by the staff here at West Sound TV.
Oh, that was beautiful landing as well. I think he's going to give himself a whopping 5 points on that one.
See, honestly, Rich, I think that if they're going to come from that area, they probably should have moved the ramp, the angle on the ramp, because that's what's hurting them in their rollover chances.
Well, Brent, I tend to agree with you, but looking at the way Gregerson pulled off his first one, and he was probably just a little bit off on the second one, he was back to his old form. Now, Steve Harris isn't going to go back out.
Here he is. Nope. Yeah, here we come. Steve Harris coming for run number 2. It looks like he lost some horsepower there.
And there it goes.
And he'll get 1 point for that tilt-a-whirl-like rollover attempt. And Jim Gregerson, looks like unless we have a last-minute addition to the competition, Jim Gregerson will win the rollover competition.
It does look that way, Brent. And we spent a little time with Jim, a.k.a. Complicated Gregerson, and he is now definitely your rollover points leader. He came away with first place in the back in the 13th, and the 27 took second to Steve Harris. But looks like he's back at the top. He's doing a great job. I think most of his rolls, he's rolling in 10. He's got 10 years of experience. He's a stay-at-home dad. Has both of his boys out here tonight, James and Jared.
Although I think he delivers the papers or something, doesn't he?
Yeah, I'm really not sure what kind of papers he's delivering. Hobbies, spent a long time trying to get a hobby out of this guy. And then I realized, I go riding four-wheelers a lot with my kids. So outside of doing this is really one of the things he loves to do. Spends a lot of his time with his boys.
And again, ladies and gentlemen, Jim will be an officially legal free man in 3 days. June 28th, he hits the market, and I'm guessing, 3-4 hours he's hooked up again?
At max. I mean, who doesn't want the rollover champion?
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to show you the remaining schedule for this year's 2006 Kitsap Destruction Derby Metal Mayhem season. Then we'll be back with the special event tonight, the team race. Ladies and gentlemen, that's right, the team race, where teams of 3 cars will compete in a 6-lap event. Okay, they've got the cars are all out on the track. They're in no logical team type order, but I'll give you the names and numbers. 732, Cody Stayrock. 40, Rick the Flip Duncan. 17, Kelsey Indian Outlaw Payne. 29, as you know, the rollover king, Jim Gregerson. 87, Dale Avery Jr., 73, James Callahan, 41, Patrick Mopar Duncan, 731, Jeff Hiscox, 36, KDDA President Steve Harris, the 100 car of John the Spec Fleck. We have the 43, Eric Nielsen. And then now his nickname has been changed from Sprider to Hillbilly, as I understand it tonight. And joined by another Hillbilly, Rooster, the 121 car of Clayton Rooster Corey.
Brent, I was sitting here trying to do the math on the way these guys are lined up, and I think I finally figured it out. Each team has got their fastest car in front. Outside of that, don't try to make sense out of it because it's not going to work.
Yeah, that works for me, Rich. Good job. Did you consult the West Sound TV scientific department for that?
Yeah, I dropped him a line via email, and these guys are pretty quick getting back.
Wow, they are on it tonight. The satellite coverage enabling the scientists to decipher the code for the team race.
They thought the Da Vinci Code was a complicated task.
Well, we're waiting for the pace lap here. Looks like we have all the players. That's 4 teams, 3 drivers per team. Again, only one of the 3 cars has to complete 6 legal laps, which means going outside of the tires. And boy, that would be awfully tough on the judges. Essentially, you've got a 12-car race, 6 laps. And you're going to have to keep track of who they think is going to be the car to complete the laps. Although if that car bogs down, one of the other cars can just start completing laps and still win the race.
Yeah, and it's all going to roll. You know that one you may want to look for. Gregerson's got a decent speed on his car. We saw him do pretty well earlier. This could be an interesting event.
I'm looking forward to it. Anytime you can do a race and some cars will stop, turn around, and nail the competition, it's going to be a lot like an actual derby. And we are, in fact, underway for the pace lap. I believe Cameron Hurd is the backup flagman. He's in training. I'm hearing Kelsey Payne wants to race more next year. The cars are coming around turn 4 for the team race. The green flag is out, and we are underway.
We are underway, and they have laid the hammer down. And it's taking no time. These cars are getting each other turned around. You look here, and coming out of turn 4, you got the 731 of Jeff Hiscox turned sideways, and man, look at what they got to get through. And as predicted, in the lead, the 29 car of Jim Gregerson. That guy's got Bachelor written all over him.
Yeah, and Cody Stayrook slides past him over here in turn 4. They're neck and neck on into turn 1.
Well, now you got some blocking going on with the 121.
This is going to get hairy, ladies and gentlemen. Gregerson's back in the lead, but Cody Stayrook on his tail.
Well, he's on his tail, but you can see him right here, Brent, getting pushed out and right into the wall by the 121 car of the Rooster. Now the Rooster's now clear, and he's making his way. You can kind of see him in the big orange car rolling into turn number 1, and he's trying to catch up get some space here. Oh! Gregerson just lays into the 41 car of Mr. Mopar, Patrick Duncan.
We've got a heck of a pile up here between turns 4 and 1, right in front of the booth.
Yeah, but I don't know that the pileups are going to matter because Jim Gregerson is just running with this.
You know, I'm not sure the other team knows they should be messing with Gregerson, but he is your leader.
Oh, look at that.
We've got a red flag. We've got a red flag. Must be a fire under the hood. Looks like the 73 car of James Callahan out of Bremerton. Okay, we finally got all the cars stopped.
And you got like Gregerson down here. He's going to turning his car back around, sneaking up past the tire. He's staging.
No, the fire is not under the hood of the 43 car of Eric Nielsen. It's over in the 73 car. James Callahan, Outlaw Racing. That's the team, Outlaw Racing. John Fleck, Kelsey Payne, and James Callahan. And the fire is out. Callahan is being waved to get back in his car and either drive it or get it off the track. And we'll be underway with a restart here shortly.
We know.
As you see, that was great. Cody wiping the mud off of his visor in the 732 car.
I don't know that 73 car was moving around the track much anyway, so he could probably just sit right there.
I think you're right, Rich.
Oh, he's going for the tow truck.
Chico Towing doing a marvelous job throughout the years here. As you can imagine, the need for towing services during a KDDA Metal Mayhem evening is pretty phenomenal. For safety reasons, the KDDA has several extinguisher crews spread throughout the south stands, the covered stands, so that any car does catch fire, they'll red flag the race, they'll sound the siren, and as soon as the cars have stopped moving, the extinguisher teams will run out to the car, extinguish the flame, and try to pick the race back up, or
Well, it seems, Brent, actually the car that was in question was the 41 of Patrick Mr. Mopar Duncan. Had a ruptured fuel cell in there, causing the problem. And that fuel cell, if anybody hasn't actually looked at these cars, is basically one of those, 5 whatever gallon gas tanks they have for boats. And it was just parked right in the back of that car.
The old portable boat gas tank. And they have to be metal. Okay, the flagman, Cameron Hurd, has the white flag in his hands. We'll see who he lays it on here. And I believe it's going to be the 29 car, Jim Gregerson.
And Gregerson's coming around. Turn 4 right now, just passing Jeff the Ball and Chain Hiscox.
It is Jim Gregerson, and there he dies right there between turn 4 and turn 1. Could be interesting here. I'm not sure who's in second place.
Well, I'm not sure that they know. They're going to take a little while. Here comes
John the Spec Fleck wins the race. A late flag by the flagman, and John the Spec Fleck. Congratulations, John, in his third year out of Bremerton. You've just won your team $25 apiece, 4 points, and some trophies.
Now we're waiting to see, I gotta figure out who put the rest of the people on the team with John Fleck.
The crowd's as confused as we are, Rich. I knew going into this thing that it was going to be tough to call, and as you looked at the flagmen and the judges, it was very difficult for them, because when you have 3 cars where only one of them, it's like a best ball tournament at golf. You never really know until it's over who won the thing, and the flagman was about a quarter lap behind on the call, and then, you know, a very difficult thing to call. No blame certainly on the flagman. That was a tough one. I didn't know who was in the lead.
Well, Brent, an idea for future use. You know, most of the time when you're playing best ball, it's whatever, you know, you're on a team, you paint your balls a certain color. Well, why not put a stripe on the car?
Well, that's a thought. Congratulations. John Fleck takes his trophy. As I said, each member of that team, Kelsey, Indian Outlaw Payne, John Fleck, James Callahan, you will all get a $25 check and 4 points towards your season total. We're going to take a break here.
Kitsap Destruction Derby Association. For over 35 years, KDDA has provided family fun and extreme entertainment for thousands of thrilled spectators. KDDA is proud to support West Sound TV's Metal Mayhem 2006. For more information about Destruction Derby and KDDA, go to kitsapdestructionderby.com.
Mini-car team race here, ladies and gentlemen.
Okay, we'll go ahead and get the teams broken down. On the first team, we've got the 33 of Scott Carter, the 85 of Kurt Bratcher, and the 63 of Mike Lester. That's a powerhouse team right there, people. And in the second team, you've got the number 35 of Steve Morgan, the 24 car of Casey Strait, and the 02 of Richard Sharp. And the last team coming on tonight is going to be the 73 of James Callahan, the 59 of what's going to be the Rookie of the Year in the minicar series, Tony Timlick, and the 149 of Mark Smith in his third year out of Port Orchard.
Rich, the Scott Carter car, Kurt Bratcher, Mike Lester, there's 3 out of the top 4 places, with Timlick being the 4th. So I look for Team Carter to really kick some booty here.
I would think so, Brent. You know, and Lester's got his car out, and I'm looking at the field right now, and what I don't see is Steve Morgan's new Prelude that he's had out earlier that he just went wire-to-wire with. Well, I can't say he went wire-to-wire. He passed up everybody on the track and then actually took the lead and won the race. He's got his car that he's had out earlier in the season out here tonight. So maybe he's one of the slamming cars.
Well, I'll tell you what, he might not have the Prelude out, but I love the red, white, and blue paint job Steve Morgan has on that 35 car.
Well, it's looking good, and as soon as we get this other car off the track over here coming out of turn 4, we'll be good.
That is the 36 car of Steve Harris. I wonder if we'll see him again tonight. That car's looking pretty beat.
Yeah, that car is redefining the word ragged. Okay, so the 149 of Mark Smith is finally pulled on out here, and we may be ready to go.
Steve Harris's car is out. The teams are assembled. The flagman is conferring with the judges. Are we ready to go? The only thing stopping the race now is Kelsey Payne waving that green flag and indicating to the racers to start the pace lap. I see a thumbs up from the judges. The flag is up, and here we go. They're giving them actually the green flag from the starting point.
They've got the green flag, and it took Casey Straight no time to take out 3 cars. Oh, and Morgan is backwards coming out of turn 4. In fact, they're all stuck over here.
Looks like the 63 car of Mike Lester has lost his tire. Nope, he's on a donut, Rich.
Oh, he is, and right behind him is his teammate, Scott Carter. All right, Carter's getting sideways. Casey Straight's pushing him aside, saying, "Guy, I got to go." And he is trying to reel in Mike Lester. Lester, though, is hitting the mud bog.
Mike Lester with an interesting selection of tires and suspension choices on that rear end.
It was, and what you really got to see there coming out of that turn, and you're seeing it now, Casey Straight kind of held everybody at bay and let his teammate, Steve Morgan, cruise right through. Morgan now in the lead.
4 laps to go, and we have a fire. The red flags are out. The siren is on. I don't know yet which car it is. When we find out, we will certainly let you know.
And it looks like Steve Morgan is taking a page.
Looks like the 149 car, if I can judge the trajectory of the fire extinguisherman. And he is waving off assistance. Looks like he's probably good to go. That's Mark Smith in the 149 car to your left there of the screen. In his 3rd season out of Port Orchard. He's waved him off. The extinguisher crew is leaving, and we will be back to action here shortly.
Looks like Steve Morgan's taking a page out of somebody's book and just cruising right on around the track with that flag out.
They may be repositioning him because of how far he had gone during the red flag situation.
This could be a true statement. And it looks like you are 100% correct, or maybe 95% correct. They're going to try to their best ability to get these guys repositioned.
Yeah, we had most of the cars picked up on it pretty quick, but a couple of them. And, you know, you can't really blame the drivers. The cars are so loud. You think they're loud up here, try sitting in them. It's hard to hear that siren sometimes, so you got to kind of get lucky and see the flag.
Looking down at the 33 right now, Scott Carter, as the smoke's starting to billow out of his hood a little bit, and they are back underway. Steve Morgan is in a commanding lead, coming through turn 4 right now, getting his car a little sideways.
3 laps to go for Steve Morgan.
And you can see Casey Stray right there trying to hold the 0-2 of Richard Sharp at bay. And I'm really not sure why, because Richard Sharp is on his team. And you have Steve Morgan coming out of turn 2, and he is just trying to get through this traffic now. Coming out of 4, just passes up his teammate Casey Straight.
The white flag is out. 1 lap to go for Steve Morgan. Steve Morgan, Casey Straight, and Richard Sharp are about 15 seconds away from a trophy. 4 points apiece towards their season point standing, and a $25 check each. Congratulations. Checkered flag there from Kelsey Payne as Steve Morgan wins the race.
Great job to Steve Morgan on that one.
Steve Morgan in his 15th season out of Olalla. KC Straight in his 26th season in the 24 car out of Port Orchard. West Bay Auto Parts, Casey's Auto Repair. KC Straight actually owns and operates Casey's Auto Repair, incidentally. Also in their team, the 2 car of Richard Sharp, the 38-year-old in his 16th year out of Bremerton, sponsored by Toyota Boys Racing, Judkins Drywall, Jim's Auto Wrecking, and again, looks like we may have a fire in the 33 car here below the booth. Red flag, and boy, if
Well, you saw that one, folks. It's a hazard to being a driver right there. He just got extinguished.
That is a chemical fire extinguisher. And ladies and gentlemen, that was shot right in the face of Scott Carter. So not only does he not win the race, but then he gets chemical fire extinguisher blown right underneath his visor. Congratulations, Steve Morgan, the rock crawler. I just got a mouthful of extinguisher.
That stuff tastes great. Rock crawler comes out, and we have
Susan Truax delivering the trophy. Congratulations again to Team Morgan. We'll take a break here with these messages from West Sound Community Television.
West Sound Community Television is a 501c3 nonprofit, community-based organization of local media professionals and other volunteers whose mission is to produce, promote, and develop local community television programming and public access to electronic communications media.
Ladies and gentlemen, you are in for a treat. The first big car figure eight race of the evening, and it's a 10-lapper. I look for a lot of heavy contact here as these big cars get it on. Pole position, 58, Don Olin in his second season out of Port Townsend. 113, Dave the Hook Hero. 77, Bria Bronson Steele, the secretary of the KDDA. 25, Stephen Bevan. 55, Axel Harp. Dennis Truax in the one car. Patrick Duncan in the 41. 114, Pinky Nordstrom. 15, Dan Allison. 88, Ken Richardson, and we are underway. First big car figure eight race of the night.
And we've already got him stacking up in the middle of the track, Brent, with a 0-1 of Dennis the Menace cruising on through and coming out in the lead.
Dennis picking up a win on May 13th.
And Dennis is coming back around. Turn 3, coming around number 4. Getting right back to the middle of the track. Seems to have no traffic in front of him. Should get through without a problem.
Dennis with a commanding lead.
And we've got a pileup starting here going around turn 4.
Dennis Truax actually winning the third big car heat race on opening night and hasn't had a victory since. So if things go well for him here in this 10-lap figure eight race, he'll add another trophy to his collection.
He's just squeezed by the 77 car of Bria Bronson Steele.
That's lap Bria Bronson Steele. Dennis Truax, 42-year-old in his 17th season.
And he's got himself in a little bit of a puzzle right there. Pushes his way right through Stephen Bevan. He keeps on moving around.
5 laps to go here in the first big car figure eight race of the night.
Now the Menace has slowed down, found the spot in traffic, and got right through.
I think he got lucky, Rich. That's lucky, or he's real good at timing it, because he came through a pretty congested area unscathed, and it looks like Axel Hart's going to try to tip him, and he does.
Oh.
Spins him sideways, allows the 41 car of Mobar to make up some ground. I'm not sure if Mopar has enough legitimate laps to take the lead if he does pass Truax here.
Well, and I'll tell you what, Dan Allison just did him a favor to slow down himself, not to clip him.
Dennis Truax, 3 laps to go.
And Brent, right underneath us, we've got the 88 car of Ken Richardson. Was a little bit airborne coming. Looked like he's about to come in the booth. And coming through the corner here, you've got Dennis the Menace Truax in the lead.
2 laps, Dennis. 2 laps. $25 check and a trophy will be all yours.
And Brent, he is working his way to that wall of immortality. Oh, and we have got looks like a busted radiator hose coming out of the top of the 113 of Dave the Hook Hero. Oh!
White flag is out for Truex. And look at the 113 car, the blue car there of Dave Haro. He has some sort of a relief valve for coolant, and it is just spewing coolant in the air. I hear it's good for your teeth whitening process.
It must be.
Here comes Dennis Truex coming around turn 3, turn 4, and checkered flag. Congratulations, Dennis. You earned it, buddy. 10-lap figure 8 race. And doing the signature cookie there, or donut, as he's pumped. He's won himself a trophy.
Pumped, won himself a trophy, and dropping coolant on the middle of the track.
You know, today the weather was starting out a little cruddy, overcast, a little bit of sprinkling. But boy, she has really cleaned up tonight, Rich.
Well, and take a look at the good crowd we've got again this evening. This is fantastic.
Now, what you're seeing there, ladies and gentlemen, is the mud in front of us. That's outside of turn 4, right below us, and it is just soup over here. Now, most of them are missing that water section, but the dirt is just hammered.
And what you typically see is when we do get a car shoved over into there, Brent, they get stuck and they're not going anywhere for a while. Which is why we throw down the mandatory
Snickers bar.
That's right.
Dennis Truex surveying the damage there. What did that race cost his car in terms of life expectancy? Was it really worth the $25 check? Maybe he can get a couple dollars out of the trophy at one of the local pawn shops and do some repairs, but I don't think so.
At this point, Brent, we don't know.
No, we don't. And there's that GMC Sierra driven by Craig Nordine, sponsored by those guys, Rod and Custom. And the trophy girl is, I believe, Dennis's daughter, maybe his wife. I'm not sure. We'll have to check it out. But that's Susan Truex. Congratulations. And we'll take a break here as we listen to this message from West Sound TV.
West Sound Community Television is a nonprofit organization, and we have several openings for new volunteers. If you have interest or experience in grant writing, marketing, web design, computer animation and new media, or video production and editing, we want to hear from you. Volunteering with West Sound TV is a great way to hone your skills, contribute to the community, and bolster your portfolio or resume. If you are interested in joining the West Sound TV team, go to www.westsoundtv.org or give us a call at 360-698-3195 to find out how you can join our team. Thanks.
All right, here we got the first of the minis. 12 laps, it appears, on this one. In the 8-0 car, Jason Lillybridge. In the 153, Vincent Lee Morris. In the 169, Jordan Perez. In the 112, Melissa Moore. In the 67, Ryan Cooper. In the 113, Dave the Hook Haro again. In the 197, we've got Eric Irving. In the 156, Shad Steiger. In the 98, Steven Sellers. In the 20, Amanda Butler. In the 16, Mark Armstrong. In the 71, Christina Lugnut Payne.
And Rich, they started on their pace lap there when the 16 car and the 20 car, that's Amanda Payne and Mark Armstrong, hadn't yet gotten out on the track. They were just coming into the entrance gate to get into this race. And again, mini car figure 8 race. And ladies and gentlemen, we got us a 12-lapper. This is going to take a while. And the cars are totally discombobulated, trying to get their positioning set up here. The way they position them, it's not rocket science. Basically, when you get into the series of heats and figure 8s, the cars get in a line, and it's simply first come, first serve. If you're in line and they're taking the first 8 cars for a heat race, and you're in the 8, you get to go.
Discombobulated? Really?
Right you are, Rich. I couldn't have said it better myself.
All righty then.
Now we're getting underway on the pace lap. See the 80 there on the screen of Jason Bridges' car. And we are underway here as the cars are spread out about half a lap length. The 153 car of Morris takes a lead here quickly, but he is joined with Jason Lilly Bridge.
And when you say join, you're not kidding, join. They're stuck. And Ryan the Coop Cooper sneaks right past him.
Cooper in the lead in his third year out of Port Orchard, running strong. We've got three dead cars on the track. The 98 of Stephen Sellers, the 112 of Melissa Moore, and the 20 car of Amanda Butler.
Well, as we speak, Brent, Jason Bridge is trying to reel in the Coop.
And the Coop trying for a little bit of Domino's delivery pizza there. Doesn't work for him, and that does allow Jason Lilly Bridge to take a lead here.
And he's out in front, and
he's going to have some competition going through this middle. Oh, almost a hit there by the 197 car of Eric Irvin.
And right now, coming up on the 67 car of Cooper and turning him around in this corner is the 169 car.
Jordan Roly-Poly-Oly Perez. What we'll have to figure out here, Rich, again, after several laps and you have a new leader, is does Jordan have enough laps, legitimate laps, to be in the lead right now? And we'll find out here as he crosses in front of Kelsey Payne.
Well, Brent, that's why I'm happy I'm not over there having to count these laps, because you blink for a second, these cars get all piled up, much like they have right here coming out of turn 4.
Nice shot there in the center. And the 169 car of Jordan Roly-Poly-Oly Perez is, in fact, in the lead.
And we get some more contact coming right through the middle between the 67 car of Ryan Cooper and the 80 car of Jason Bridge. I'm just actually waiting desperately for someone to point and tell us who is definitely in the lead.
The 169 car of Jordan Perez is your leader. 2 laps to go. 2 laps here in this first mini car figure 8 race of the night as his number sign has gone limp.
It has gone limp. He made some contact there with Christina Lucknut Payne coming out of turn 4.
She is in a very bad place.
Yeah, I would have to agree with you. We've got a 3 car stuck over here in the middle turn between 3 and 4. They finally disconnected themselves from one another. And right now what I'm curious about is whether or not the 169 car of Jordan Perez is going to have enough to win this thing.
Enough. And the white flag is out for Jordan Perez. Now, he has just been passed by Dave Hero, so this will be interesting, Rich. Good point. The Jordan Perez car is not running well. You know, as I look at Jordan, I can't help but think that that gas pedal is writing checks that that drivetrain simply cannot cash.
You are correct, Brent.
Checkered flag for Team Hero as Dave Hero will win this race, the big car figure 8 race. He was not ever in the lead. Congratulations to Team Hero.
And for the 169 car, Jordan Perez, then depression sets in.
Dave Hero, the 42-year-old driver out of Bremerton, in his 9th season, sponsored by On The Go Mobile, West Bay number 5, and Bremerton Firestone. Congratulations as he gets a shot of fire extinguisher underneath the hood of that. Beautiful. What kind of car is it, Greg?
I have no
That beautiful blue 113 car there. Oh, Dave Earl. Congratulations, Dave. Dave last year did a great job for the KDDA as the business manager. He was one of the 5 officers in the KDDA company.
And Dave, who was coming into today with tied in 8th place. Looks like he's stepped up a little bit there.
A rare win, in fact, for Dave Haro, as he has one win so far this year.
Well, now, how many points again did you say he gets for this win, Brett?
You get 1 point for entering and 2 points for winning a normal heat or figure 8 or dash race.
Well, so he came into tonight's event with 6 points.
He's got his trophy. Did I miss the trophy car?
I think you're not alone.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, he's got his trophy. Dave's going to fire it up and get out of here. We'll get these cars cleaned up for you and come back with our first big car heat race of the night. The big cars are coming out here for the big car heat race. And ladies and gentlemen, believe it or not, but the winner of that race, Dave Haro, is being towed off the track in the 113. When they shut it off, when they shut the 113 car off, it wouldn't start again. So they come with a fleet of cars, do the Haros, so I'm sure we'll see them out again tonight. But here we go with the big cars. 54, Axel Carroll. 63, Mike Lester. 84, Mike Harden. 30, Travis Kowalski. 75, Dave Needham. 110, Rich Burr. 732, Cody Stayrook. And 189, Rob Gilbert. We're underway here in this big car heat race.
Well, we've got it, and the 63 of Mike Lester is already sideways, allowing Axel McCarroll to get a nice commanding lead over the 84 car of Michael Harden.
Axel McCarroll with a great Demolition Derby name. Axel McCarroll is your leader here in this 8-lap heat race.
Well, as Axel gets cruising through this thing, he's catching up to the 110 of Rich Burt, and we are just getting glossed with mud up here in the booth.
Somebody get me a shovel. Axel with the lead still. 5 laps to go. Working his way through traffic as we see the mud below us here with Kowalski and Stayrook. Kowalski going around turn 4. Axel McCarroll in his 4th season out of Paulsbo, enjoying a comfortable lead here as we are almost down to 4 laps to go, but we have a pile up at turn 4. It looks like Mike Harden in the 84 and Kelsey Payne's looking back at the judges, but we might have ourselves a new race here. Nope, Axel passes back in front of Harden, retakes the lead. 3 laps to go here. Axel McCarroll has not won a race yet this season, so you know he's got to be hungry, Rich.
Well, Brent, I think he's hungry. One of the things I'm seeing here is, he got off to a really fast start, had a little bit of issues getting through the traffic, and we've seen this before where the guys that get off to a great start, they get out in front, they can drive great by themselves. But when they get in traffic, it's a whole different story.
And like McCarroll being spun out by spoiler 63. Mike Lester branching out into big car races, and that lets your buddy Rich Bird take the lead.
Yeah, Rich Bird takes the lead, and we've got a white flag out.
Boy, I'll tell you what, I'll be looking for McCarroll and Mike Lester to be mixing it up here later on this evening as Rich Burr takes the checkered flag.
Rich Burr has it again.
Congratulations to Rich Burr getting his 2nd getting his
What the heck
second
was that?
victory of this 2006 Metal Mayhem season.
Coming into today's event, Rich was parked in a four-way tie for 9th place with 6 points overall. So he's definitely moving up the chain. As you can, once we get the camera folks back over, we can see the smoke billowing out of the front of his car.
Rich Burr in his 15th season, the 36-year-old out of Bremerton. West Bay number 2 and Discount Tire and Wheel are his sponsors. Congratulations as Rich waves to the crowd. Great job to hang in there in a race that he never really led until he saw that white flag. Great job, Rich.
Well, you know, one of the things we have seen, like I said before, Brent, a lot of these guys that get in front, as long as they can stay there, they don't have to deal with a lot of traffic, they can go on and get the victory. The problem is the more laps you throw on them, you know, the more traffic they're going to have to deal with, and that was obvious again tonight. Allowed Rich Burr in that, what the heck's he drive? I think it's 69 Chrysler Imperial, and he's got a 440 crammed under the hood of that thing, so when it gets going, it'll go.
The crowd waiting for the trophy presentation here as the rock crawler driven by Jeff Butterfield comes out. Trophy girl Randy Tibbs. Hug trophy $25 check for Rich Burr. He's got quite a trophy collection here over the years. Congratulations again, Rich. We'll take a break here and say thank you to Crazy Eric's and the great gut bombs that he's been giving our crew tonight. Car heat race ready to go here, ladies and gentlemen. We've got the 31 car there in the light blue with the black door. Michael Craig, 86 Mike Ackerman, 119 Victor Trent, 102 Andrea Foote, 2 car Richard Sharp, 5 car Rod Sparky Renfro, 48 Lewis Sellers, 44 Jay Jernagan, and we are underway here. 35 car Steve Morgan, 63 Mike Lester, and we have a heck of a pileup right out of the gate as the 31 car Michael Craig, your pole position starter, jumps out to a commanding lead.
You got that right, Brent, but let me tell you right now, the 2 cars on the field to watch aren't even in the lead yet. It's the 35 car of Steve Morgan and the 63 of Mike Lester. Mike Lester being the points leader, but I'll tell you right now, given enough time, and we've got 10 laps, about 9 to go, I firmly believe that Steve is going to catch up and take this race.
And ladies and gentlemen, as the 31 car Michael Craig in his 3rd season out of Bremerton retains a healthy lead, although Steve Morgan, Rich, is hot on his tail. And remember that to get points, you get 1 point for entering a race as Morgan passes Michael Craig, and you get 2 for winning. Now, as you notice, Mike Lester in the 63 was in the last race in big cars and this race in little cars. He gets in, he gets his car in line, and he tries to get as many races as possible and tally up them points. Whoa, we got a rollover off to our left over here. Victor Trent in the 119 truck rolling over and being rolled over by, I believe, Michael Craig in the 31 car. Yes, it is Michael Craig. And actually, when you get rolled over, a trophy is awarded for getting rolled over in any event. $20 will be awarded to the person doing the rollover. If you roll over by yourself, you get your choice, $20 or a trophy.
Let's go with the $20.
I don't know, a rollover trophy looked pretty good. Okay, the safety crews are climbing off the track here as you look at the fans waiting for action to restart. And the green flag is out. We are back underway.
Sorry about that, Brent, but the 35 car of Steve Morgan still in the lead. And he is closing in quickly and going to put a lap down on Mike Lester.
Closing in with the quickness. Mike Lester's car not running at optimum performance.
Yeah, both of these guys are running Preludes about a year apart. Lester is in an 88, and I believe Morgan's in an 89. But you look at these cars being the best two performers on the track, and it has a lot to do with them being front-wheel drive.
2 laps to go here in this mini car heat race. Corey Tucker is actually in the 2 car, not Richard Sharp. We have two cars out here tonight. I apologize for that, ladies and gentlemen. To 2 is Corey Tucker as the white flag is out for Steve Morgan. Checkered flag, congratulations, Steve Morgan adding to his trophy case here for this mini car heat race. A 10-lapper.
And that's the second win for Steve tonight.
The fans here, the stadium full despite the early poor weather we were talking about earlier. Congratulations, Mr. Morgan, the vice president on the board of directors for the Kitsap Destruction Derby Association, waving to somebody in the stands. Got to be a family or loved one out there somewhere for him.
Got to be something. But, Brent, like I touched on earlier, Steve, I'm not kidding you, was driving this thing to and from work on Wednesday. Got it home, said I got to get this car ready for the D-Derby. Ripped everything out of it. And has put it to work, and it obviously made a great choice. He said he needed a front-wheel drive car, was struggling with his other car, and it looks like he actually knew what he was talking about this year. Laid it down.
Congratulations goes out to Steve Morgan. And up until tonight, Steve had only one race win on the season. He's adding some points to that season total. And quickly, at the end of the year, the money that's left over after paying insurance, buying trophies, renting the stadium, et cetera, gets broke up in a proportion based on your point total. So these points are going to end up being worth anywhere between $10 and $20 a piece at the end of the season. So after a while, they'll really add up. So again, congratulations to Steve Morgan. And now we're going to say thank you to Paul's Carpet Cleaning, and we'll be right back with the second big car figure 8 race.
Paul's Carpet and Upholstery Cleaning and Restoration has been serving the Kitsap community for over 27 years. Patricia, Michael, Aaron, and Doug are pleased to help underwrite West Sound Community TV productions of local community events.
Skyline here tonight at Thunderbird Stadium in Kitsap County Fairgrounds on this lovely evening, June 10th, 2006, Metal Mayhem season. The second big car figure 8 race. Rich, who's racing this baby?
Well, Brent, let me take this for you. You can get that Twix choke down. We've got the 100 vehicle of John the Fleck, or the Spec, the Fleck. Oh, I don't know. We'll make up something as we go. The 731 of Jeff the Ball and Chain Hiscox. The 40 car of Rick the Flip Duncan. The 43 of Eric Sprider Nielsen. The 121 of Clayton the Rooster Corey. The 25 of Stephen Bevan. The 58 of Don Olin. The 15 of Dan Allison. The 77 of Bria Bronson Steele. And the 113 of Dave the Hook Haro. Getting ready to get underway here. This is going to be a 10-lap figure 8.
Kelsey Payne looking back at the judges. Looks like we're about ready to start rolling. And again, Dennis Buckholtz from Gordon Sound doing a great job tonight as the PA announcer. As the 77 car of Bria Bronson Steele finally rolls out on the track. Bria doing a lot of work for West Sound TV, getting us a lot of data. I appreciate everything she's done for us, and good luck here in this figure 8 race. And we are underway here for the second big car figure 8 race of the night. And John the Spec Fleck jumps out to a quick lead.
That took absolutely no time, but he's getting pushed right into the tires, right between the turn there. And that's going to make way for a new leader, the 43 car of Eric Sprider Nielsen.
That's Hillbilly Nielsen's. They've changed his nickname effective about 1800 today, Rich.
All righty then. And coming through this turn over here, it's starting to get rough. A lot of cars are getting airborne. And the 25 car gets turned around sideways. That's Stephen Bevan out of Silverdale.
Could
He's
it
driving
be?
backwards. It is not possible, is it?
Could Jeff Hiscox be in the lead? Oh, he is for just a second.
He was there.
And then Hillbilly wipes it out and allows Dave the Hook Hero to come through.
Yeah, they've got cars turning all over the place down in that corner, and it looks like the 731 wagon is going to get back into the race here, running around in about third place. But the big news is Dave the Hook Hero in the lead.
And he'll be nailed by the 25 car, at least taken off track. That's Stephen Bevan, the rookie out of Silverdale. We don't have a leader.
Oh, yeah, you do. You had 40.
Hiscox.
You had Rick the Flip, it looked like was there, but now Hiscox.
Jeff the Hammer Hiscox has unhammered himself and taken the lead, but it will be short-lived, maybe. Now he's got her going. Looks like he's having some suspension problems there in the rear end, doesn't it, Rick?
It looks like he's got something bouncing around and the back end gets up off the ground. And, I mean, coming in a medieval way is John Fleck.
With the quickness.
Yeah, it's with the quickness. And the thing that, Hiscox has like a little 302 or something under the hood of that wagon, so don't be looking for that car to move too fast, too quick.
I expect better planning out of an egg hanger as Rooster gets tapped there by Hiscox. Jeff the Hammer Hiscox about ready to get spun out by Hillbilly for the second time in the same race. Now Flex back on Hiscox.
And Flex lifted the rear end up off the ground and is just pushing him at will.
Oh! And the crowd goes, oh!
The crowd likes it. Hiscox has obviously blown something on the radiator. He is sitting out in the middle and smoking.
And he is in a very bad position for a figure 8 race, Rich. Jeff the Hammer Hiscox might just get hammered yet. Hillbilly Nielsen, congratulations, 3 laps to go here in this. Oh, and then Nielsen loses his front tire. And I don't mean it went flat. I mean the tire just said, you know what? I don't like being on these lug nuts anymore. I'm out of here.
I'm gone. You
He's
think it
still
stopped? Oh, no.
John the Spec Fleck back in the lead in this yo-yo of a figure 8 race.
Well, you can't say that this hasn't been entertaining. We've had several different leaders in this event, and this is just the way it ought to be.
That's right, John the Spec Fleck, as long as he can stay out front, he'll pick up a win tonight. And by my estimation, he has not won yet this season, so he will be very pumped.
And he has the white flag, Brent.
1 lap to go. And I'll tell you what, Hillbilly's doing a pretty darn good job driving that car with no front tire, or I should say no front wheel on it. Corey coming through the middle, trying to be a spoiler, but he loses traction. I know what he was gunning for.
Oh, look at him. He's focused right now.
Oh, that's dirty pool.
Oh, yeah, he is.
And we got it on film. Boy, he's mad.
Oh, he's not done yet.
For some reason. Congratulations to John the Spec Fleck in his 3rd year out of Bremerton. Sponsored by Shadow Security, Mobile Radio, Dirk's DJ Service,
Major League Construction,
and something I can't read on the side of his. And look at there, Hillbilly out there. Must have listened to those Smokey Bear commercials, and he's picked up his garbage and he's taken her off the track. We're going to have to get with Rooster and find out what that whole business was there at the end of this race.
Yeah, that we may need a replay as well. There's probably something there that we missed, focused on some other cars.
Could have been a nasty hit from Fleck on Rooster. You're absolutely right. The trophy truck is out. Congratulations goes to Mr. Fleck as Susan Truax hands him the trophy. We will take a break here to thank Racecom Electronics and be right back with the second mini car figure 8 race of the night.
Racecom Electronics, providing communications equipment to military, government, corporate, and special events for over 2 decades. Racecom Electronics. Communications on a budget.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we go to the second mini-car figure 8 race of the night. We have the lineup for you. Scott Carter in the 33 car, the 161 Owen Lewis, the 02 car of Richard Sharp, the 4 car of Frank the Tank Butler, 85 Kurt Bratcher, 111 Bill Power, the last year 44-year-old rookie, this year in his second season, 72 car Chris the Blur Rowland, 24 Casey Strait, 98 car Stephen Sellers, and the 73 car of James Callahan, 197 Eric Irvin, 169 Jason Perez. We are underway here for the second mini car figure 8 race of the night.
And right off the bat, we've got the 33 car of Scott Carter in the lead with the 85 of Kurt Bratcher in close pursuit. Bratcher came into the night in second place with 13 points overall.
Scott Carter, comfortable lead here on lap 2 of 12 in this mini car figure 8 race.
Yeah, Bratcher got loose into turn 4, and the 161 of Owen Lewis passed him up and is now headed for Scott Carter.
Scott Carter made it through the middle there as the 4 car of Frank the Tank Butler barely missed him.
He made it through, but you see what's going on right now is the 161 car has now passed him. It's now going through the middle of the track in the lead.
Owen Lewis taking the lead here, well, neck and neck with Carter.
Yeah, Carter contacts the tire but keeps the lead anyway. And Lewis is going to turn right back around and say, I want it back. And here he goes. These guys are swapping the leads off.
This is going to be a tough one, I think, Rich, between these guys. And now throw in the Tank. He's mixing it up with him. Carter looking like he has some trouble there. Lost traction, maybe. Yeah, that's all it was. He's back in action. And I think the Tank is in the lead, but that's going to be short-lived as Carter regains the lead.
Carter's regained it. He's going to get out here in this slosh, get stuck, and that's going to leave room for the Tank to close some ground again.
4 laps to go for Scott Carter as Kurt Bratcher introduces him to the front end of that beautiful black and red whatever it is.
Yeah, that black and red whatever it is a good question. We've got a pileup going on down here in turn number 2.
Scott Carter coming around. He'll be coming in your screen here. There he is in that yellow car coming around turn 4. 3 laps to go. Scott Carter bouncing through that rough turn 3. It always gets rough over there. 2 laps to go for Scott Carter.
2 laps, and there is absolutely no one around him, so he's going to be able, if he just maintains himself through this traffic and stays out of that bog back there in turn 1, he's going to be fine, but he can't help get around that, or can't get around it rather, because of the 197 car of Eric Irvin.
That, and I think Carter might be going a little fast around turn 2, and that's forcing him wide, putting him over in that mud on the far side of the track. White flag is out for Scott Carter. He does have Frank the Tank behind him and the 24 car of KC Strait. This could be a closer race than we thought, Rich.
Well, we've also Frank the Tank driving the General Chi coming around, but we've got a nice little pileup going in here, and these cars are finding a way to weave right in and out of it. And the 33 car of Scott Carter takes a checkered flag.
Congratulations to Scott Carter, who wins this mini car second figure 8 race. Scott, 24-year-old driver out of Bremerton in his 3rd season, sponsored by Kitsap Marina. Congratulations goes out to Scott Carter. Scott surveying the damage done to his little wagon as Kelsey Payne comes out and shakes his hand. And here comes the rock crawler with, I believe, Randy Tibbs, trophy girl, out to present Scott with his trophy. And of course, he'll pick up his winnings check at the next drivers meeting.
Scott came into tonight in 4th place, tied with Mark Massioli, but it looks like he's going to separate some ground there.
Up until tonight, I had Scott down with only 1 win on the season. Congratulations to Scott Carter. And now let's take a look at these words from the Kitsap Destruction Derby Association. Welcome back here to the big car second heat race. Dennis Truax in the 1 car. You've got Jeremy Steele in the 78. You've got 55 Axel Harp. You've got 88 Ken Richardson. 75 Dave Needham. 732 Cody the Rock Stayrook. 30 Travis Kowalski. 84 Michael Harden. This will be an 8-lap heat race. The last of the mini cars from the last figure 8 race, Kurt Bratcher's just been towed off the track. Kelsey Payne is signaling the drivers to start the pace lap. And we will be underway here shortly. And the green flag is out. We're underway here as Dennis Truax battles Jeremy Steele for that lead position, and that allows Axel Harp in the 55 car to take the lead.
Well, Axel Harp is taking the lead, but it looks like coming out of turn 2, he was having a little bit of trouble really getting on and maybe having a steering issue here, which has allowed the 75 of Dave Needham to take the lead, closely followed by the 030 of Travis Kowalski.
Dave Needham in his second season going up against 8-year veteran Kowalski, who gets a little help from Truax. And now Harp is back in the lead. Axel Harp in the 55 car.
Harp is back in the lead. What he did there, passing up Dennis the Menace Truax. Truax is taking it. We've got a fire billowing out of the hood of that car.
That's a stack fire. That's fuel in the exhaust system. They won't stop the race for that unless it gets out of hand. And action continues as Axel Harp retains the lead. There's the fire you can see on Dennis Truax in the stack. Not a danger, that is basically straight pipe exhaust. Axel Harp, still your leader.
Still the leader, but he's being pushed around by Travis Kowalski. Travis probably got a little bigger engine under the hood there.
Travis Kowalski at least 1 lap behind as he was stuck over here in turn 4. 88 takes the white flag. Ken Richardson, the rookie out of Bremerton, as Axel is stuck in the mud here in front of us in turn 4.
Axel was coming around this thing, getting a little bit of the mush, and got a little assistance from Travis Kowalski on getting to the far outside corner. Pretty much buried him and handed the checkered flag.
Ken Richardson will win the race. Number 88, the rookie out of Bremerton, sponsored by Kitsap Vinyl Deck and Rail, Durbin Resource and Excavation, Durbin Blacksmith, Bruce's Recycling, Navy City Metal, and Bremerton Transmission. Congratulations goes out to Ken Richardson. And there's the once aflame Truax mobile. Now calm. A little bit of flame coming out of the pipe there. No big deal. Tow trucks from Chico Towing will come out and take care of it. Ken Richardson had not won a race yet this season until now, so certainly congratulations goes out to him as the beautiful 2005 GMC Sierra driven by Craig Nordine brings out the trophy girl, and that is Susan Truax. A hug, a trophy, and $25 is all yours, Dennis. We're going to take a break here, and as the red flagman tries to blow out the flames on Truax's car, we're going to take a break here and give the fans some information about the Kitsap Destruction Derby Association, and we'll be right back with the second mini car heat race of the night.
Kitsap Destruction Derby Association. For over 35 years, KDDA has provided family fun and extreme entertainment for thousands of thrilled spectators. KDDA is proud to support West Sound TV's Metal Mayhem 2006. For more information about Destruction Derby and KDDA, go to kitsapdestructionderby.com.
A beautiful skyline tonight as the spotlights are on, showing the mud, the leftovers from all the rain we've been having lately here. Although this turned out to be a gorgeous day, this field definitely seen better days. The mini cars are coming out for the second heat race, and your pole position car, Shad Steiger, Ryan Cooper in the 67, Vincent Lee Morris in the 153 M&M car, Christina Lugnut Payne, the KDDA treasurer in the 71 car, 149 Mark Smith, Melissa Moore in the 112 car, Mike Lester back in action in the 63 in his mini, Rod Sparky Renfro in the 5, Steve Morgan in the 35 and 44, Jay Porkchop Jarnagan.
Well, Brent, do you want to make any predictions on this race?
Mike Lester.
I've got one for you, 35, Steve Morgan.
We are underway here as the short-lived lead from Shad Steiger comes to a horrible end as he does a 180 and he's facing the wrong direction. Vincent Lee Morris in the 153 car takes the lead. Oh, we've got a rollover to our left over here. And again, the rollover E will get a trophy. The rollover will get a $20 check. The safety crews are coming out to right the ship of the 149 car driven by third-year driver Mark Smith. And we will be back to action shortly as he is okay. The lead car is still Vincent Lee Morris. And there he is in the 153 M&M car. The crews are getting off of the track and will be underway here shortly. And the green flag is out here in this 10-lap mini car heat race. And Vincent Lee Morris was in the lead, and now your man, Steve Morgan, Rich, in the lead.
In the lead, and Mike Lester has wasted no time. Took a little corner action on him, and Mike Lester looks like he's now going to take the lead here. Brent, you may be in there after all.
Well, you know, they got bogged down in that deep mud, and that allowed Sparky Renfro to take the lead. But he is being harassed by the 67 car of Ryan Cooper and the 71 of Christina Lugnut Payne.
Well, and just like that, it looks like, well, Steve Morgan's got to get on his horse there to prevent himself from being lapped.
The mud in front of turn 4 is about 8 inches deep, and Mike Lester is stuck and can't get out. Steve Morgan is in the lead, strong running as long as he can avoid any tangle-ups. As we only have 2 laps to go, he should win this race, Rich.
I don't think we got Steve Morgan in the lead. I think we got somebody else there because Steve Morgan was getting lapped while he was stuck in the mud over here with Lester. I think
White flag is out.
White flag is out for the 5 car. I think that's Renfro.
Sparky, could it be? Nice collision. Oh! Ouch, that had to hurt.
That had to hurt, and he's just trying to get on his horse, keep this thing going just long enough to take the checkered flag, and he does.
Sparky Renfro, congratulations in the 5 car. He will win the race. Sparky, sponsored by All-Star Lanes and Casino. We have dead cars all over the place, Rick. What do we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All 10 cars are still on the track. Oh, now we're down to 9. The M&M car.
Yeah, one of the things that we missed, Brad, was the 35 car, Steve Morgan, losing his right front tire coming out of turn 2.
The 153 car there you saw of Vincent Lee Morris. M&M's, they melt in the dirt, not in your mouth. And the trophy truck is out. Congratulations to Mr. Renfro as Randy Tibbs gives him a hug and a trophy. Folks, stay tuned for some messages from West Sound Community Television, and we'll be right back with the 3rd big car heat race.
West Sound Community Television is a nonprofit organization, and we have several openings for new volunteers. If you have interest or experience in grant writing, marketing, web design, computer animation and new media, or video production and editing, we want to hear from you. Volunteering with West Sound TV is a great way to hone your skills, contribute to the community, and bolster your portfolio or resume. If you are interested in joining the West Sound TV team, go to www.westsoundtv.org or give us a call at 360-698-3195 to find out how you can join our team. Thanks.
The big cars are coming out on the track for the 3rd and final big car heat race. Mike Lester in pole position as we look at that gorgeous sunset from Thunderbird Stadium here at the Kitsap County Fairgrounds. Mike Lester is the pole position driver. The only guy I know of tonight, Hero's racing both classes of car, but Lester's getting a lot of races going.
That's right, Brent. One thing I was talking to Lester about, what did he want to do this year at some point? Get a car that's a big car as fast as his mini car.
Doing good job of it. We got Lester, we got 54 Axel McCarroll, 110 Rich Burr, 114 Mike Nordstrom, 36 Steve Harris. We are underway here in the 3rd big car heat race of the night as Mike Lester has spun out and allowed McCarroll and the 114 car of Pinky Nordstrom to battle it out for first place.
Pinky Nordstrom's coming through with the 110 of Rich Burr, now taking the lead.
Nordstrom is out, Burr is in, and he has KDDA President Steve Harris about 50 feet behind him.
Well, it'll be interesting to see if Steve Harris can hang on tonight. He's had a lot of problems with that car lately. I'd like to see that rear end hold out underneath that car and see if he can maintain.
Rooster and Harris turn themselves right out here between 3 and 4. We've got a heck of a pile up here in front of us in turn 4 as Burr tries to come around.
That's right, and here comes Burr trying to weave his way through the traffic, and look at that.
Unscathed is Burr as he has 3 laps to go here in this 8-lap big car final heat race of the night.
Much to the dismay of the Rooster, Burr made it right through there.
2 laps to go for Rich Burr and his second trophy of the night as the Rooster has just lost a tire. And Rich, it's not one that popped. It popped off.
Oh, it did. And you look at the Rooster, he's still trying to move this car around. He's not taking over an answer. And out of nowhere,
the 189 car of Rob Gilmore in his second season plants Burr. Oh, and Burr just ripped a tire right off of the 63 car of Mike Lester.
ripped the tire off. Burr's going to have one hell of a time getting his car back going here. And here comes the 36 right on his tail.
Who's in the lead? There you can see Mike Lester with no right rear tire. White flag is out. I believe it's Rich Burr's race to win.
Well, we've lost so many tires on this track. That's just yet another obstacle. And here comes Burr. He's going to have to weave his way through here just to get to the finish line.
He might give Lester a love tap. Nope, comes through clean and takes the checkered flag. Congratulations, Rich, who didn't do too well on the second race day. I think he didn't race that day, but boy, he's making up for it tonight with his second win of the night. Clayton Corey here in the orange 121 car. He's got a little surprise coming up for him tonight as his uncle, Dale Old Man Avery, had told his son, Dale Avery Jr., the 87 car driver, and Clayton Corey, that his car would not be ready for the races tonight. But with the help of Team Duncan, Team Mopar, Dale Avery Sr. did in fact get his car ready to go and will save it until the finale. So that'll make for an interesting situation as Dale Old Man Avery rolls his car out for the finale. And it's such a secret, in fact, that Old Man Avery isn't putting the signboard on it in the hopes of not alerting the boys that he will be joining them for a butt whooping in the big car finale, Rich.
And you got to wonder, Brent, what he's got in store probably under the hood of that thing that he's going to keep it a secret. I think it's going to be that father knows best kind of mentality there.
I think you're right, Rich. The rock crawler is out, and the trophy is being presented. And shortly here, we'll go to the mini car final heat race.
You know, Brent, we were talking earlier when we were talking with the big car guys, we had the Rooster on, and he was running in, we saw him trying to take out the Fleck Spec, or the Spec Fleck, whichever one we're going to call him tonight.
John the Fleck Spec.
That's it. Thank you, Brent. One of the things
I'm sorry, you know what? It's John the Spec Fleck. I'm sorry.
So one of the things I went and asked the Rooster, I said, hey, as you get a good look at his car right now, hey, why were you trying to clip him? I mean, did your lap down? There's no chance. And he goes, I don't care. It's rubbing, and rubbing's racing. I guess in destruction derbies, rubbing takes on a whole new meaning.
That's a fact. Okay, we're going to break here with a message from Ed Rowans, Paulsville Junction All-State, and then come back for the third mini car heat race of the night.
Ed Rounds, Paulsville Junction Allstate, meeting the insurance needs of Kitsap County residents for over 20 years. Ed Rounds, Paulsville Junction Allstate. You're in good hands with Allstate.
As we go into our third and final mini car heat race, should be the last heat race of the night. We've broken, look at the mud there, we've broken the 9 o'clock barrier. We'll have 2 figure eights left to go and 2 finales, so I'm thinking that the time permitting Pittman and Powder Puff races will not be a reality tonight, Rich. I think they'll be canceled with the quickness. And the mini cars are coming around on their pace lap. Victor Trent, Mark Armstrong, Mike Ackerman, Michael Craig. And we're underway here in the third and final mini car heat race of the night as the 16 car of Mark Armstrong takes the quick lead, and is Victor Trent hot on his tail in the 119 truck.
Hot on his trail, Brent, and Tony Timlick in the 59, the rookie out of Auburn, is quickly gaining ground, looking to squeeze into second place, coming out of turn 1 and around into turn 2.
We haven't called much of Tim Lick's number tonight. He did a great job here in the first couple races of the season, getting 11 points. But again, no wins so far tonight for him.
Well, and he's getting stuck on the mud. Actually looks like he's got a blown front tire on the passenger side of that car, so he's pretty much, wrapped up and done there. He may still move around the track, but he's not going to have the speed to get into first place.
Mark Armstrong, this may be the first race where the winner leads from the beginning to the end, Rich, as Mark Armstrong in his 10th season out of Bremerton doesn't seem to have a lot of competition, at least tonight, as he takes the white flag. 1 lap to go for Mark Armstrong, who is running very strong. This will be his first win of the night, Rich.
Yeah, Brent, that was a little premature flagulation there, but in this case, it was early, but it was accurate.
Flagulation be damned. Mark Armstrong will win the race. Congratulations, the 49-year-old out of Bremerton in his 10th season. Sponsored by Bremerton Lanes, Toyota, Bremerton Dodge, West Bay, and Firestone Discount, Firestone and Discount Tire. So he's got competing tire agencies sponsoring him. Congratulations.
Nice, and for entertainment value, after the race was called and he had gotten the checkered flag, he decided to, tag old Richard Sharp, knock him around a little bit before he got to the middle of the track to take that trophy.
And he is pumped there as you see him pumping his fists. This is the first time I can recall calling his name tonight. Mark Armstrong, congratulations again. Boy, he's jazzed, Rich. And you know what? That's his first win of the season. That's why he's so pumped. So congratulations, Mark.
There you go. Yeah, I think he's waiting out in the center for that trophy girl with a little bated breath.
Firestone back at headquarters has to be proud of that paint job he put on the right quarter panel.
Impressive.
The Chico trucks are coming out to pick up the 73 car of James Callahan and the 59 car of Tony Timlick, who reminded me today that Auburn is in fact in King County, not Pierce County, as we had reported 4 weeks ago. The trophy girl is out. Mark gets his hug. He gets a check for $25 and a trophy. The crowd's kind of applauding him. And we'll take a break here. Say hello to the people at Crazy Eric's and watch the big car third 8 race. What a beautiful scene of Lake Thunderbird there. The residual water left over from all the rains. Beautiful sunset as the big cars come out for the last big car race of the night. And it will be, in fact, a big car figure 8 race. 10 cars, 10 laps. And let's go over your lineup. 40, Rick the Flip Duncan. 113, Dave the Hook Hero. 58, Don Olin. 77, Bria Bronson Steele. 732, Cody the Rock Stayrook. 100, John the Spec Fleck. 43, Eric Hillbilly Nielsen. 30, Travis Kowalski. 15, Dan Allison. And 88, Ken Richardson.
Now, Brent, if I'm not mistaken, in the 732, The Rock is now going by Blaine.
Nope, it's Cody now. It's back to Cody. I checked in with him. We have the 78 car rolling in. I believe that's Jeremy Steele adding in, as this is the last race of the night. They'll allow extra cars to come in, and we have one more that I don't have. And we're underway here in this figure eight race as Dave Haro jumps out to a quick lead, gunning for his second trophy of the night.
Yeah, and behind him, Rick the Flip Duncan is trying to do some catch-up in quick nature, but he kind of got sideways there coming out of turn 2. Speaking of sideways, Dave the Hook gets that way and allows Duncan to pass.
Rick the Flip Duncan now passed by Haro. We've got a tight one.
You've got a tight one, and you got to like the way that Stayrook is driving this track backwards.
Always.
Yeah, this is not the first time we've seen him do that. Haro looks like he gets sideways again, and Duncan nails him and continues on.
We had a gorgeous spec sandwich there as Richard Steele helped hit the spec on both sides.
Meanwhile, while all these guys are battling it out for what turns out to be second place, running away with it appears to be Rick the Flip Duncan.
Rick the Flip Duncan, one of the maintenance crew guys at Subface Bangers, been working there for a long time.
You just missed Dave Thoreau.
Red
just
flag,
nailed the
Rich.
flag.
Red flag.
Yeah, I think you got
somebody's
that
on
the
fire. We'll figure out who here. I can't see anything. They're pointing at Kowalski, it looks like. I don't see anything. They don't seem to be too concerned about it. It is Kowalski. Kowalski signaling he doesn't think there's a problem, but they'll probably shoot a little bit of that tasty fire extinguisher chemical under the hood just to be safe. And Kowalski will jump out of the car and probably leave it parked there for the duration of the race. In a heat race, that'd be a bad place to have it, but in a figure eight, that area should be relatively left alone.
Well, Brent, you'd hope so, but, you know, see what happens. You get over there, you get stuck in the mud. It's bad.
Yeah. Now they're going to reposition the cars a little bit here. Push Rick the Flip Duncan back. You know, Rick, nicknamed the Flip. The Flip, the driver Kowalski there holding his helmet. Flagman, Kelsey Payne doing a great job up top there in the black and white striped shirt with a red flag. And they're resetting the drivers here. We'll be back underway. Kelsey looking back at the judges for them to okay the start. And we're back underway here in this last big car race of the night. Rick the Flip Duncan in the lead. We started with 10 cars. We have 4 of them dead on the track.
You've got the Hook who had to back up to get back in the correct place and now can't get his possibly transmission engaged and is not going anywhere. And you've got what looks like it's going to be a pileup coming into turn 3.
Rick the Flip Duncan has just 2 laps to go to get himself his first checkered flag of the night, Rich. And you know what? As I survey the track, he is the only car running right now.
Yeah, he just needs to weave through this traffic. I mean, he could slow down, take his time. Oh, well, here you go. The Hook has managed to get his car running again.
But he's so far behind, Rich. The white flag is out. 1 lap to go for Rick the Flip Duncan.
You know, where is the Rooster when you need him? Because if the Rooster was available, the Flip would be done.
Rick, I think you're right, Rich. The Rooster would be helping old Dave out. Here he comes, a nice leisurely half lap.
Looks like he's stopping down to,
Somebody get out there and push poor Rick.
Oh, you gotta love this one.
Oh, man, we don't have... he got her running. Everybody's frantically trying to start their cars. This is worse than a derby.
Oh, this is just...
Look at that. Look at Rick's trying to hotwire.
He's hotwiring his car. I thought I saw him messing around with some wires when he came driving by, and I just kind of said, no, there's no way that's really happening.
Cody Stayrook is getting a little bit of life out of the 732 car. But boy, he's going to have a long. I think Cody'd have about 5 laps to go to win this thing.
You might be right, but you know, at this point, we've got time.
But yeah, we brought plenty of Snickers.
Oh, look who it is.
Haro.
Dave Haro gets it running.
And Dave
Takes
Haro
the
wins the
checkered
race.
flag.
Rick the Flip Duncan was about 12 feet away from a trophy, Rich. I can't believe it.
12 feet away from a trophy, a paycheck, and yes, his own page in the book of immortality.
That's right, Rick. Sorry, we'll have to try next time. There's always the main event tonight. Congratulations goes out to Dave Haro. Dave the Hook Haro, the 42-year-old in his 9th season out of Bremerton. Sponsored by On The Go Mobile, West Bay number 5, and Bremerton Firestone.
As the perfect rings of smoke.
They're going to give it to Rick Duncan. They are going to give this race to Rick as Rick flips his hat off in the air. He's pumped. Congratulations, Rick. Rick the Flip Duncan, the 49-year-old driver in his 31st season. Sponsored by Dano Septic, Crabtree Well Drilling, Olympic Artworks, Scorpion Ironworks, JPL Habitability, Martin Motorsports, Jim's Auto Wrecking, and Nielsen's Mopar Ranch. Congratulations, Rick. Great job there. He went the furthest under his own power, they say, so he wins the race, Rich. In all my years of covering Demolition Derby, I believe this is a first. I have never seen, let me say that for the third time. I have never seen in a regular race all the cars die before somebody could complete 10 laps.
Well, never say never.
Congratulations to Rick the Flip Duncan. And let us take a minute here to thank Paul's Carpet Cleaning and Upholstery. And we'll be right back with the mini car third figure 8.
Paul's Carpet and Upholstery Cleaning and Restoration has been serving the Kitsap community for over 27 years. Patricia, Michael, Aaron, and Doug are pleased to help underwrite West Sound Community TV productions of local community events.
And thanks again to Paul's Carpet and Upholstery. The little car's out here for the third and final mini car 8 race, and actually the final race of the night, as somebody has just blown something. The 71 car of Christina Lugnut Payne, who probably won't start this race, despite the fact that Sparky Renfro trying to give her a push. She'll just get out of the way and let it go. They're going to wave. Kelsey's going to wave them off. They'll reset. And again, thank you very much to Ed Rowland of Paulsboro Junction, Allstate, 697-6500, Q Sound Studios for all the great music. Thank you, Tom McGraw. 275-2070 for your next music project. Paul's Carpet Cleaning and Upholstery, 876-4000. And Jack Bailey at Racecom Electronics. Jack can be reached at 692-6979 for all of your wireless communication needs.
All right, Brent, they're lined up. They're coming around, getting ready to get the green flag in the front. We've got the 33 of Scott Carter, the 98 of Steven Sellers, the number 4 of Frank the Tank Butler, 169 of Jason Perez, the 85 of Kurt Bratcher, the 63 of Mike Lester, the 80 of Jason Bridge, 67 of Ryan Cooper, the 71 of Christina Lugnut Payne was just taken off the track, the 35 of Steve Morgan, the 5 of Sparky Renfro, the 24 of Casey Strait, and they are underway.
The 169 car of Jason Perez in the lead until the 98 car of Stephen Sellers. And now, guess what? Mike Lester. Boy, I tell you what, this is a tough fight here in this final mini car race of the night.
This is a tough fight. They're battling out. I think you just caught in the corner of your screen there. The 33 of Scott Carter take out the 35 of Steve Morgan.
Mike Lester is your leader. And boy, he gets walloped there by the 169 car of Jason Perez. 98 back in the lead. That's Stephen Sellers.
And right right behind him is the 35 car Steve Morgan. Steve is smelling victory. He's got the front-wheel drive car. We've brought it up before, and here he is.
He's taking the lead in stereo. And he'll wait this one out like a smart figure-8 driver. Waits for 4 cars to pass and goes through the middle. Steve, you have 3 laps to go.
All right, he manages to get through that traffic again. And coming around the turn with the 67 of Ryan Cooper hot in tow.
Nasty hit there in the middle. The tank, 169, and Kurt Bratcher in the 85 mixing it up. Steve Morgan getting spun out.
Yeah, Steve's getting pushed here. Looks like
Jason
he might be
Perez
stuck.
allows the 67 to shoot through with 2 laps to go. That's Ryan Cooper. We'll have to check with the flagman to see if he had enough legitimate laps to take the lead. Steve Morgan cannot like that, Rich.
No, he can't. He was in there. You got to be wondering if some of these guys aren't saying, you know what? You've won enough tonight. We're done with you. Just kind of getting around him here. We've got tires laying on the track. The number 4 car, Frank the Tank.
The white flag is out, Rich. Sorry to cut you off, but it looks like Steve Morgan is still your leader with about a half lap to go here.
Well, there you go. The General Chi is out here in the out of 3 and 4.
Nope, checkered flag for Ryan Cooper in the 67 car. Ryan Cooper, the 38-year-old out of Port Orchard in his 3rd season. I don't think he knows he won. He just left the track, Rich. That was sometimes they get confusing like that. They'll get him back to come out here and receive his trophy. Steve Morgan is leaving the track. He knows it wasn't him.
Yeah, you know he's got to be upset that he's not gotten tangled up there. I mean, he was even with that tangle, but he was only about 3 or 4 car lengths back from catching up to Cooper and taking the win.
And in fact, it is the 67 car. They're trying to get him to come back out to the track so he can be taken care of. Let's take a minute here to thank the crew. We've got Jeb Fagan on camera, Kitty Campagna on camera, Michael Mathis on camera, Patricia Ann on camera. We've got Doc Parr running audio for us tonight and engineering this entire event. We've got Garrett Syke directing, Tony Taylor and Glenn House spotting for us. My wife Danette taking the still photography. Tom McGraw providing the music, Crazy Eric's providing the burgers, and Rich Penny providing the comic relief on that other mic.
And Brent, here's one for you. Brent Willard on the other mic doing the play-by-play commentary this evening. I think we've got some confusion out in the middle of the track. The only guy running around confused, maybe Jason Bridge, thinking that he's had the victory here. And they're still trying to call Ryan Cooper out here.
Yeah, the PA announcer, Dennis Buchholz from Gordon Sound, calling the 67 car of Ryan Cooper. And there he is, back out on the screen.
He's still there going, who, me?
You don't often, and Dennis Buchholz mimics the great Rich Penny. You don't often see the trophy car beat the winning car out to the track, Rich. Congratulations to Ryan Cooper. We'll take a minute here to go over the KDDA's schedule for the rest of the season and plug their website, and then we'll be back for the mini car finale. The little cars are coming out for the mini car derby. Fans anticipating action. Rich, do you got a favorite here in the mini car derby?
After watching a few of these derbies, my favorite thing would be if they could really get to a nice high rate of speed and then just knock the crap out of each other, Brent.
Right you are, Rich. Well, so far this year, the winners of the two finales have been Richard Sharp and Lewis Sellers. Mike Lester has taken second place twice. Kirk Bratcher and Corey Tucker each have a third. And T.J. Lester, brother of Mike Lester, and Jordan Perez each have a fourth place finish. So the cars are still trickling out on the track. We have the 73 car of James Callahan. 153 of Vincent Lee Morris. 35, Steve Morgan's got the red, white, and blue out. The Cleveland Indian 2 car of Sharp. Scott Carter in the 33. Kurt Bratcher in the 85. Lewis Sellers in the 48. Did I miss anybody, Rich? 113, Dave the Hook Hero with the checkered flag on his door. Now, if you'll look at all the cars real closely, if we can zoom in on one, you'll see that one thing different on these cars from a race is that they all have flags on wooden sticks on their driver's window so that once they are timed out, they pull the flag and that signals the other drivers that they're not allowed to hit that car.
Well, they are circling the wagons here, and they got the green flag about to come down. They've got a green flag, right, and they are underway.
And they're starting in the circle the wagons mode. Some pretty light action so far here. And, you know, like we've said with the little cars, it's a lot less action than you'll get with the big cars because it's just less momentum in that small car. Nice hit there. Vincent Lee Morris puts on the 169 car, Jordan Perez.
Yeah, and as you get this pan around, you can just see it, it's already started to slow up quite a bit. I think nice high rate of speed there.
James Callahan is tattooed.
Yeah, that is Scott Carter out there in the 33 car, and he's trying to nail some people down.
Kurt Bratcher there gives a little love tap to Hero. Vincent Morris into Kurt Bratcher, and then 149. The 169 car, Jordan Perez hits Bratcher. Vincent Lee Morris in the M&M car. A near miss with the 2 car of Sharp. Oh, Dave Hero is going to have to go see his dentist after that hit.
Yeah, that was a nice hit on that one. We've got the 153 M&M vehicle just running around here, piloted by Vincent Lee Morris.
Richard Sharp there gets spun out by Vincent. Oh, door hit there, probably going to be inadvertent as Mike Lester hits the 73 car of James Callahan at the driver's door, but he was pushed into that hit.
Now, the big cluster of cars we had piled up over here around turn 1, Brennan's loosened up, and Scott Carter is now back out on the loose, being closely pursued by the 149.
If you'll see, look at that flag there.
It is the 149 of Mark Smith.
If you look at, there you go, Scott Carter, great shot there. See the orange flag? As long as that flag is still up, the flag that's kind of covering his numbers, that is a car that is legal to hit. If a car does not make what they call a significant hit, significant contact in 90 seconds, that car is timed out and they have to pull their flag.
Yeah, we just had a nice little M&M sandwich going on there.
Looks like at this point we have 2 cars rolling.
You've got some sparks shooting out from underneath of the 153 there. Vincent Lee Morris.
Some metal parts are rubbing that were not designed to rub, I'm thinking.
Yep. So what we can see right now, we've really just got 2 cars in the run, and the 02 of Richard Sharp and the 153 of Vincent Lee Morris. Well, as soon as we say it, the 73 James Callahan gets back out and rolls.
Look at the flames under the 33 car there of Scott Carter. He's trying to get her going.
Yeah, I think you're going to see Carter have to pull his flag here in a minute. He's been sitting idle for quite a while.
And you have Vincent Lee Morris and Richard Sharp tapping each other to, oh, we got a red flag. We have a red flag. We have a fire in the 73 car.
That's James Callahan.
James Callahan needs to get out of there. And the extinguisher crews are en route.
Well, at least this time they didn't extinguish him, Brent.
You know, I hope they give the drivers floss when they do that. Because that stuff, when they shot it over here. Doggy.
Now you know what mosquitoes feel like when they get fog.
That's right. And another thing, a lot of people say, hey, why don't the drivers start from the edges and come in at each other? Why do they do this wagon train kind of and look at the Armageddon out there. It looks like an asteroid just hit right here at Thunderbird Stadium. But there's a logical reason why the cars start from a moving posture, and that is...
Did you just use logical while discussing Destruction Derby?
Yes.
Okay, let's move on.
Oh, that was a nice shot there that Sellers puts on the 149 car of Mark Smith. But most of these cars run so poorly that if they don't stay moving, they'll die. So they want to give them a chance to keep them running. Oh,
that's gotta hurt.
Yeah, Vincent Lee Morris teaches James Callahan what it's like to be hit sideways.
Yeah, and you know he also got tagged by Richard Sharp.
He's on fire again. That's James Callahan. Now his car will not be allowed to continue 2 fires in one race. You're out. So he'll pull his flag and sit there. He'll put this fire out again, and action will continue shortly. Look at the carnage. Total carnage on the track. Scott Carter's just pulled his flag.
That's going to leave us with 2 cars, it looks like, Brent. That of Richard Sharp in the 02 and the 153 of none other than Vincent Lee Morris having his little imminent party.
And as I said, 2 fires, you're out of there, so James Callahan will exit the vehicle. No reason to stay out there if you don't have to. Global warming right there, Rich.
Greenhouse effect.
Oh, nice! Woo. Very nice contact by a couple of drivers who want to put on a good show. Now, Sharp has just done the hit. He is doing the hitting. His counter's getting reset every time. Vincent Morris, whose front right tire looks like the tie rod is broken. It looks like he's done. I'm willing to bet you that Richard Sharp, in his 16th year out of Bremerton, will be the minicar derby winner.
Yeah, Richard's got to watch out, though. You look at his passenger side front tire. That thing is leaned over quite a bit. It looks like going to get hit on that side. That thing's going to pop off, too.
And he drives the point home, Richard Sharp does. We're about a minute away from ending this thing. As he is the only car running good. Shooting sparks all over the place. It's the 4th of July out there.
Well, he's backing up. He's got a bullseye painted on the side of the 153. We're going to see if he's going to roll forward with it.
Here he goes. Could be a rollover situation. Oh! And Richard Sharp busts the candy coating on the M&M.
We'll find out shortly if Vincent Lee Morris is peanut or plain.
I can't even respond to that. There's nothing I can say.
That's it, ladies and gentlemen. Congratulations goes to Richard Sharp, even though he's hitting people after the bell.
And as predicted, that front tire is about to come off.
Toasty. Richard Sharp, that's his second first place finish in 3 minicar finales this season, Rich.
Stop. Are you serious?
Yes, I'm serious. He is a force to be reckoned with his Spaceball-like helmet. I want to say hail screwed. Okay, Richard Sharp, congratulations. 38-year-old, 16-year driver, sponsored by Toyota Boys Racing, Judkins Drywall, and Jim's Auto Wrecking. Congratulations, Richard.
And the Rock Crawler is making its way out.
We got both trophy vehicles out tonight, Rich.
Must be a bonus plan.
Well, they gotta hand out 4 trophies.
Oh, that's true.
Trophy by Peninsula Painting, run car number 153, Vincent Lee Morris. And your winner in a trophy.
You know, I'm still thinking that 2005 GMC Sierra needs to be in my driveway. Guys over at those guys riding custom did a beautiful job on that truck.
Well, we're going to take a moment here and bring you a message from West Sound Community Television, and we will be right back for the final event of the evening, what should be the King Kong versus Godzilla big car finale, and it's got all kinds of drama built into it. We'll get to that right after this.
West Sound Community Television is a nonprofit organization, and we have several openings for new volunteers. If you have interest or experience in grant writing, marketing, web design, computer animation and new media, or video production and editing, we want to hear from you. Volunteering with West Sound TV is a great way to hone your skills, contribute to the community, and bolster your portfolio or resume. If you are interested in joining the West Sound TV team, go to www.westsoundtv.org or give us a call at 360-698-3195 to find out how you can join our team. Thanks.
And as promised, ladies and gentlemen, we got drama galore here for the big car finale as Dale Avery Sr., Dale Old Man Avery, has a surprise in store for his nephew and his son. Nephew Rooster Corey and his son Dale Avery Jr. don't think Dad's car was ready to go tonight. Well, he saved it for the finale. The car was built by Team Mopar. And Rich, what do you think about that, huh?
Well, Brent, from what we've seen tonight out of the Rooster, I'm thinking he's going to say, oh, Uncle, you're going to go have someone else build your damn car? I'm going to light you up next.
And another thing about Rooster and John the Spec Fleck, if the Fleck will come out for this Derby, there could be a little bit of mixing up going between those two. So I look for a lot of action here tonight in this big car finale, Rich.
So do I, Brent. I think it's going to be exciting. I think you're going to get to see some cars moving at a high rate of speed, hitting each other, metal on metal. This is what it's all about. Everybody's waited here tonight just for this event. Let's get this party started.
And we do have a pretty darn good crowd here tonight. So far, I see Avery Jr. on the track, Steve Harris, KDDA president. We have Team Mopar well represented. I think I see all 4 of them. I see Rick the Flip Duncan. I see Patrick, Mr. Mopar Duncan, Steve Sven Melseth. Actually, Rick the Flip Duncan is not out there, but Hillbilly Nielsen's is in the 43 car. Paul Nunez in the 101 car. Clayton Corey. Dale Old Man Avery in that beautiful car, the 123 car. I wonder where Rick the Flip Duncan is in the 40. In the 40 car, we got Patrick Duncan in the 41, Axel Harp in the 55. the 114 car of Pinky Nordstrom.
Well, Brennan, as predicted, guess who's driving up behind Old Man Avery right now, pulling up alongside to take a look? Yeah, it's the Rooster. He's pointing at him. He's taunting him already.
We're counting them down, and we are underway here in the big car main event. Rich Burr puts a hurting on the pack.
Oh, we just had a couple in the air there. That was great. This is what it's about right here, Brent. These cars are getting up some decent speed and just knocking the tar out of each other.
Steve Harris putting a lick on the 84 car of Michael Harden.
And if we get a chance, get the cameras rolling around, I don't know that Dale Avery Sr. has hit anybody. Well, he finally just tagged the 36 car of Steve Harris.
Steve Harris gets nailed in the passenger door by Team Mopar's 42. That's Steve Sven Melson. Oh, Avery Sr. just took a door hit from the 41 car of Patrick Duncan. Axel Harp in the 55 and the 42 of Sven Melson kiss and do not make up. Kowalski tapping Team Mopar to reset his clock. We've got a heck of a pileup over here as Rich Burr flies into the pack and then gets nailed by Kowalski.
Yeah, there's some guys over there that got a Dale Avery Sr. sandwich going on. On the 114 car is trying to build up some speed, but kind of got set astray there by the 87 car.
Dale Avery's still running, but he is stuck back there next to Steve Harris in the 36 car.
Yeah, it looks like Rich Burr is trying to help him out and get out, and he does.
He's underway. Old Man Avery in the 123 car. Let's see if he can do some damage out there.
Well, he's trying to get that car whipped around here. Having trouble with it. 55 of Axel Hart's kind of sitting there. Oh, nice little collision right there.
Oh, violent collision. The station wagon, the 114 car of Pinky Nordstrom locked up with Team Mopar. I believe that's 41 Patrick Duncan that you see right there.
Avery Sr. just took a nice big hit on the side of Rich Burr.
Pinky Nordstrom's front end is totally locked up. Paul Nunez has been told to pull his flag. Old Man Avery coming on the left side of your screen. Right there he is. Old Man Avery's about out of tires.
I think he's also trying to keep from ramming anybody at the front end, but I may be wrong on that one. He's got some smoke billowing out already.
Well, he's gonna have to hit somebody, Rich, or his timer is gonna time out.
Yeah, I think that's what he was trying to do, to give somebody a little love tap there as it comes around. And who's aiming for him? Oh, yeah, Junior. Well, Junior misses.
Well, we got all the drama we asked for as Clayton Corey, Dale Avery Sr., Dale Avery Jr. are three of the four cars still moving, along with Travis Kowalski in that 030 car.
Yeah, you look for them to take care of Travis right about now.
Oh, here it comes. Avery Jr. puts a whoop on Cousin Rooster. Rich Burr's still going. He's having some rubber problems.
And they just nail Avery Sr. right into a wall, but he's backing out of that problem.
Rooster pounds Kowalski.
Oh, yeah, he does. That was a nice little head for and protecting the front end of the car, which is always a smart move. So Axel Harp's just been told to pull his flag.
I believe it's down to Kowalski, Burr, the two Averys, and Rooster.
I think you're going to be correct on that one. And Avery Sr. just nails Rich Burr, actually frees him up. So off he goes again. And looking behind here.
Oh, here they come. Oh, we didn't get there. It is right there.
Yep. We're a little locked up. You know, it looks like, I don't know that Rich Burr's going to go anywhere else in that car.
Rich Burr could, well, he's got a stack fire,
yeah.
but no, they're thinking about red flagging him because it's getting pretty,
And that was Avery Sr.
That's a little uncle-nephew love there.
Yep. But amazing as it may seem, Rich Burr's car was still moving there for a second.
I think Rich Burr's asking somebody if they got some hot dogs on a stick, and they will red flag the race here temporarily while we put that stack fire out, which may have spread to other parts of his engine. We'll see.
It does look like it's spread, Brent. It's not just sitting there and building up like you typically see from that stack fire. He's telling him to get out of here. I'm good.
Oh, that's 0-3-0. Kowalski has just been told to pull his flag.
He's trying to tell him he can still move, but I think it's a moot point at this stage of the game, Brent.
Now he's exceeded his 90 seconds, and whether he can move or not doesn't matter at that point.
And what he needs is a stopwatch in the car.
The sound you hear is the Avery mobile. Old man Avery's car, the 123.
And Kowalski still tries to stay in the game, get a little ramming done. Evidently, he missed that whole pull your flag issue. Looks like we got a three-way family sandwich going on here.
The best running car right now is Rooster in the 121 car.
Now they are still calling for Kowalski to pull his flag, and he has not done it. Obviously having a hard time hearing during this stuff.
Yeah, that happens often. 43 has been told to pull his flag. I think it's been that way for a while.
Well, the Rooster is lining up to get the rear end of that car in the slam fest position.
Who's he going for?
You better believe it.
He went after Uncle Avery.
Oh, Kowalski's car just went up. Nice.
Travis Kowalski's Halon system, I think, just tripped and under the hood. The two cars left are Clayton the Rooster Corey and the 123 car of Dale Avery Sr. And guess what? I don't hear a car running. Oh, Avery Jr. is.
Yeah, he's just trying to get that car to move a little bit.
Burr's just been ordered to pull his flag.
Yeah, and while you're at it, put the fire on the car.
We got quite the fire going
Burr's
over
car
at Burr's car.
is lighting up real well. Anybody got any hot dogs?
There it is on the left. This is a little odd. We haven't really red flagged. We haven't had the sirens, but
Who are they going to stop?
Dale Avery Jr. in the 87. He's going, hey, what are we doing here? That's why they call it Metal Mayhem, ladies and gentlemen. Survey that scene.
And Rich Burr's just running off the track now. Quick reset here in a few seconds.
Looks like it's going to come down to an all Avery kind of a finale here. I'm thinking Kowalski was either third or fourth.
You know, he was ordered to pull his flag early, so I think they're just going to tell him, look, you know, great job trying to stick in there, but
Good point, Rick.
you're done.
Color his flag pulled. 123, Dale Avery Sr., old man Avery, has just been told to pull his flag. I believe all we have left is Clayton Corey in the 121 car and Dale Avery Jr. in the 87 car. And I'm not sure either one of them can move quick enough to deliver a significant hit.
These poor guys, man. Junior's sitting there just trying to get his car to move in excess of a foot. And if he can do that, he can get one hit and he can be done. And the Rooster just wants to get his car unstuck. I think he's probably got the best running car out there. It probably is. It's stuck. And who's it stuck to, Brett?
Dale Avery Sr.
Yeah, way to go, Uncle.
Now, as you notice there, Dale Avery Jr. is tapping the Rooster. However, that is not good enough to reset his counter. It's significant contact, and taps are not significant contact. Although, in this situation, the Rooster's pretty much dead, and that should leave Avery Jr. to win it anyway.
So you're saying they pretty much plucked the Rooster?
Yes.
I gotta go warm my beef water.
Don't make it.
It's better than, no, I'm not going to say it. That's it, ladies and gentlemen. Dale Avery Jr. will win the big car finale. And Dale Avery Jr. has won all three of the three big car finales in this 2006 Metal Mayhem season. Rich, what do you think about that? 3 for 3.
Unfrickin' believable.
So make sure you're right back here at the fairgrounds, ladies and gentlemen.
The fans are packing it in and leaving. There's nothing to wait around for except a trophy presentation to help us pick up some garbage up here for all these candy wrappers we've been having. Well, Rich, thanks for joining me tonight on that other microphone, and I'll get a quick thank you out there to the crew. Michael Mathis braving the flu to come out here and help us out. Patricia Ann, Jeb Fagan, and Kitty Campagna on camera. Tony Taylor and Glenn House spotting for us. We couldn't do it without you guys. Doc Parr, the engineer for tonight's show and the audio technician. Garrett Syke doing a fabulous job directing my wife with the still photography. Rich, any last words before we sign off?
No, Brett, I think you've pretty much wrapped everything up here, and obviously, thanks to you, play-by-play announcer for the evening.
One last thank you, and that is we'll go out to our underwriters. Tom McGraw of Q Sound Studios gives us the great music that we use for all West Sound TV productions, and if you need help with a musical project, he can be reached at 275-2070. Racecom Electronics, Jack Bailey of Racecom Electronics provided us the communications equipment for the event. He can be reached at 692-6979 for all of your wireless communication needs. Dale Avery, Trophy Girls there leaving. Dale Avery Jr., your winner in the 87 car. Paul's Carpet Upholstery, Cleaning and Water Removal. Give Patricia a call at 876-4000. Ed Rowan, Paul's Boat Junction, Allstate. Thanks a bunch, Ed. We look forward to working with you for years to come. And last but not least, the fabulous food here at Navy Yard City and the Belfer location for the Crazy Eric's restaurant. So thanks a bunch, guys, and stay tuned. We will see you soon.